Hi guys, it's Andy from mcfcfantv, and we're live. It's Derby Day. It's Sunday. Kickoff is just around the corner, and we've got Kurt on. How are you, mate?
I'm not doing too badly, mate. Bit of a rough sleep, but as the game approaches, I'm getting really excited for this one, mate.
Yeah,
Mate yourself.
But yeah. These days, I'm a little bit calmer than I used to be. I think that was just so desperate for a win. But these days. And certainly the position we're in at the moment in the league. Of course, we've got records. We're going for records and things like that. But, you know, a draw or a loss today wouldn't be the end of the world. But it's a derby. So I don't care how we win it. What about you?
For me, always just on the derby, even if we don't win it, mate, I just want to see the boys put in a performance. That's all you can really ask for in these games. And I know we're going to get up to the lineups in a minute. I'm pretty confident, to be honest with you.
Yeah, well, lineup is. I mean, they're just lining up now. I'm watching it here on the big screen, and yeah, they're just going to do the usual stuff like they do. But thoughts on the lineup? Well, I think a few of us went Walker, Cancelo on the left, but he's picked Cancelo and Zinchenko. Delicious at the back too, as usual. Rodri, Gundogan, KDB. Foden, I was surprised Foden didn't play because it's a derby and his energy and things. And Bernardo's on the bench as well, but he's gone for Gundogan and KDB ahead of Rodri. And then Mahrez has retained his place, and probably rightly so, because he had a great game the other night with Gabby up front and Sterling on the left. So what are your thoughts on the lineup?
I think, yeah, like you said, I think probably the most contentious point was probably Walker not playing at right back, and I think a lot of people would have had Cancelo as the left back and Walker sort of as the right back. But for me, I'm not too happy. I think it would have been a really unfair to Mahrez, like you said, to drop him, because in his last few games he's been amazing. And it's nice because we've got Foden, Torres, Aguero, and Bernardo all on the bench if we need some invention towards the second half or in the later stages of the game, and any of those players coming on, there's a lot of options up front which a lot of other teams don't have. I'm really happy with the lineup. It was nice to see Rodri got the nod instead of Fernandinho. Once again, it's just a big shout to him, trust in the big games, right? So that's nice to see. Yeah,
I mean, I had Fernandinho in mind purely because it's a derby experience of things, but you know, I'm not unhappy Rodri's playing. Charlie says Guardiola did say just then it was the toughest decision of his career leaving Bernardo out. Probably is. I mean, he's just hitting top form as well, and his work rate is absolutely phenomenal. Just going to go say hello, Jack Lee. How are you, mate? Jeff Walmsley's on. Would have played Walker. I possibly would have played Walker, but it is what it is. Stephen Dempster, as usual, is not happy. He's not happy about the team that Pepper's picked, but we're at about probably about 30 seconds or so. Kamal Dwyer, come on, City. Simon says only 2 defenders today. Diaz. Yeah, delicious. The delicious duo. Sean says, come on, City. We've got Mucky 06 on, come on, United. That's fine, mate. Absolutely. Manchester. He reckons Manchester isn't forever will be red. Not even in Manchester, mate.
Yeah, I was going to say postcodes and that.
Postcodes, you're not even in Manchester. So good luck with that one. Good luck, Man City. Come on, let's make it 22, says John McDonald. Lassie Blur says, let's smash the ranks. No mercy. Come on, City, especially with Liverpool losing at home, 6 on the road. Frightening. The form has just dropped off a cliff. Cliff Dupe says, I'm nervous. The players are just about to take the knee now. Charlie says, Blue Moon, you saw me standing alone. Absolutely. But anyway, Kickoff has just started, so we'll get into the game, and Kurt will be in and out during the game. He'll probably stay around for a few minutes as we kick off, and then he'll go and watch the game. And if anything major happens, we'll bring him in. But Kurt is staying around at half time. Tim Smith does say 3-2 to City, he reckons. Let's hope so. I'll take 3 points. I don't care. A win is a win in a derby, and a performance is a performance. It's all about 3 points, especially as it stands at the moment. So, anyway, nervous?
I'm a bit nervous, but
penalty. He's given a penalty straight away.
Okay.
Straight away.
Okay.
To me, first time around, it looked like a shit challenge by Gabby.
Gabby. Same to me, mate. Why
looked like it?
He looked like
Oh, I don't know.
Outside the box.
Well, he had 1 foot inside and 1 foot out when he tackled him.
He cut out.
And now
inside
the box. It's a penalty. Yeah, it's a penalty. What a terrible, terrible tackle by Gabby. That is just something. He's not going anywhere. Look, you got
5 players around him.
You got Diaz and Stones both covering him. What an absolutely shocking challenge by Gabby Jesus. Absolutely pathetic. But I don't know why he's shaking his head. Probably at himself because it was.
Yeah, he's probably just. You know,
challenge.
It's a derby. You start the game. He wants to get something going, and he's just had a bit.
Well, what start for United if
Penandez himself? Yeah, 94% success rate. They're telling me on the stats.
Yeah,
come on, Eddie.
So here we go.
Big save coming in.
Oh, and he got a hand to it, you jammy bastard. Got a hand to it, and it's not strong enough, but it's 1-0 United. 1 minute and 50 on.
The best thing we can say, mate, is we got a lot of time to get to turn this one around.
we have, and I'm sure the United fans will be absolutely loving it. Oh, Eddie,
very unlucky, Eddie. There, he got a hand to it. Was it a strong hand?
I'll see it slow motion now. Probably should have saved that, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, should be doing a little bit better.
It's hit the underside of his palm and gone underneath. Probably should have saved that, if I'm being fair.
To be fair, I like when the goalies keep their fist clenched when they save penalties.
Yeah.
Personally, but I'm not a goalie coach or anything.
As it is, it's 1-0 United. 2 minutes 30 on the clock. Gabby, what a pathetic challenge. I mean, what he's doing there. Head's just gone, but it's one of those early in the game. Don't know what I have no idea. To be fair, I have no idea what he was doing back on the edge of their area anyway.
It's just his desire to try and help and win the ball. I think one of those early games.
And again, a shocking ball from Zinchenko, but well intervened by John Stones. What an awful ball. Very nervous start by Man City. Not much has happened, but we've given away a penalty, a cheap penalty, and then Zinchenko, and now they're on the break again. Cross at the back here. They've got 2 players. They've got an overlap here. Inside, great tackle that was. Brilliant tackle. Don't dick about with it. Jesus almighty. What is Cancelo doing?
There's confidence, and then there's something else, isn't it?
What is he doing? That is shocking defending. On edge all of a sudden. What is going on?
United have got their got a little bit of wind in themselves with that.
Yeah,
the boys just need to just hold on to the ball for a few minutes, get everybody a touch on the ball. One of those.
Yeah.
And then once everyone's had a touch or two, then start trying to build a little bit of patterns of play and actually start playing a game of football instead of
another ball in there. I'm glad that was on Shaw's right foot and not his left. Oh, he's offside anyway. Because he hit it straight at Edison.
Yep.
So 8 yards out.
Both the wingers today are gonna have to do their job, mate.
Yeah, they are. But it's 1-0, 4 minutes and 25 seconds in at Etihad. United have leading through an early 1 minute 50 on the clock penalty from Bruno Penandez. I think that is that not his 29th penalty of the season or something mad like that?
It's a few.
Well, I was joking really with 29, but I mean, I think it's about 27 goals in it, and 20 of them in penalties.
To be fair to him, he's still got to put them in the back of the net, though.
Of course you have, but they hardly get penalties to the United, according to the United fans. Well, he's got about 20 penalties this season already. But anyway, let's settle into this game, City. Let's start just passing it around. Shocking start. I mean, you've got to say, shocking start.
Definitely not the way you want to open up a derby.
No.
Not at all.
No. But like you said, the good thing is there's 85 minutes on the clock yet, and I'm sure City will start passing this around. What you don't want to do is give away another really silly goal, and then they've got something to say.
That's it. We need to be patient because at the end of the day, you're playing Rashford and Dan James. Them going a goal up is basically exactly what they want. They're just going to sit in now and just look for balls over the top. And it's just a case of us. Our guys don't panic. Our boys they don't let their heads drop. So I'm sure.
No, here we go. KDB, 25 yards out. Oh, earlier, Kevin. Earlier. I mean,
I think Gundo and Sterling both made the same run, which was unfortunate.
Oh, ball in here. This is the problem here. Walker would win that ball in a race. Cancelo
did well.
Pretty decent. He got the tackle in, but I don't think Martial would even got to the ball if Walker was.
Channels are definitely going to be our weakness in this game, given the fullbacks that have been selected.
Oh, look, Ollie's got a smile on his face. He's probably thinking, oh, God, whatever you do, let's just get a draw or a win here today, and that gives me another few weeks in the job. But they're doing well. I mean, to be fair, second in the league, doing well. As much as the football has been poor, can't complain at being second. I bet Liverpool.
Not at all. Given the you could take away all the money and that they're having a good season by their standards, to be fair. But they're still a very, very big way off us. And
from a footballing perspective, yeah,
from pretty much any board perspective, everything.
Oh yeah. The setup. I mean, this is it. This is a problem with Anthony Taylor. This is a derby, and a tackle has just gone in. Came from behind, but took the ball. Never took the player. Took the ball. Rashford falls over, giving a free kick straight away. It's like this is my worry with Taylor. He's very finicky. He pick it. Any little slight. It's like a European referee. Just any slightest little thing. Got to remember this is a derby. Anyway, Shaw's taking the free kick, curls it in, good header out. Gabby flicks it on. City, Kevin De Bruyne has won it back, but plays a terrible ball, but we've got it back, thankfully. Zinchenko out to Sterling on the left, and he's being closed down now by Fernandes. City just sort of keeping the ball on the halfway line. Let's just, we haven't really got our passing game going at the moment.
No, I think it's just a bit of a rattle, and obviously they're just the impetus on them is going to be a little bit up because they've obviously got a goal,
Yeah, absolutely.
Then they get them going. I know Kamal Dwyer basically agrees with you, mate. He says we need to wake up. Yeah. And Charlie's saying it's not a good performance.
What ball?
So. No,
here we go. Zinky edge of the area, squares it. Ball comes out. Gundogan wins it. Sterling, okay, wins it back. Sterling, brilliant, into the penalty area. Tries to nutmeg Sterling. Sterling tried to nutmeg, I think it was McTominay for Gabby. But on the edge of the area against City. Shot, bit of a weak shot from Gundogan. Maybe a better ball would have gone out wide to maybe Mahrez or Cancelo.
Better though, won it back.
That's where we want. Look at the Cancelo was making.
I think the run on the outside was really nice, but don't blame Gundo for taking a shot. He's in good form in front of net.
He is. And McTominay's just had a... What was it? But anyway, if you want to shoot off, Kurt, anytime you want, just shoot off, buddy. Anyway, we are 9 minutes and 15 seconds into the game at the Etihad. It's United 1, Man City 0. Penalty, 1 minute 50 into the game. Poor challenge from Gabby. No need to challenge him whatsoever, but it was inside. It was a penalty, and it
was a fair penalty. Yeah.
Yeah, Fernandes hits it into the bottom right-hand corner for the keeper. Edison got a touch on it. Wasn't a strong enough one. Possibly should have done better, but it's 1-0 City, and they've had a couple of moments with Zinchenko, a missed pass, and a Luke Shaw 8 yards out, shot straight at Edison. City so far have just had one shot from Gundogan, which wasn't the best, but we've now started to at least keep the ball a little bit better, because so far it's not been a typical sort of City performance. We're keeping the ball, and as Kurt said, that's given them a little bit of a lift. They're pushing the pressing, the sort of 2 players around every City player once they get into their half. Let's see who's on. Alex says, "Get out, City. Not even oil money buys success."
Whilst we're sitting at the top of the table, still in every competition.
Yeah. Okay. Look at the trophies that City have won even in the Pep era. I'm sure oil money does buy success, mate, but it's about the business being run properly, and that's what people forget. No debt. The money goes back into the club. And remember, FFP, we can't just sign players willy-nilly. We might have a nearly a trillionaire owner, but you can't just say, well, here's $1 billion to spend on players. That money's got to be generated through the club and through success and through commercial.
It's not even just that. The club's about the community and what the club's done for the community.
That's
East Manchester. That's just in itself never gets enough credit. But I'm going to jump out, let you boys.
No problem.
If anything interesting, just give me a thing and I'll jump back in, mate. I'll be in the comments, boys. So we'll keep chatting all game. I'll see you in a bit.
Okay, cheers, mate. There you go. That's Kurt giving his thoughts on that start. 11 and a half minutes in. Yawn, come up with some new banter. No, he's obviously a child or something like that. And he's in his bedroom and got nothing else to do. Can't believe. Trip there. Is it by Fred on Stones? Tim Smith says, "Come on, City." 35 in the chat. Yeah, up to 38, nearly 40 now in the chat. Keep going. Not good performance so far, says Charlie. No, it's not. We're not keeping the ball well. They're pressing, but we're not. Movement's not so great in midfield so far. I've not got Kevin De Bruyne on the ball enough, in my opinion. And when we play balls like that over the top to Sterling, it's just like a big pump up the park, and that's not the way we really play. But that's credit to United. They're certainly at it. Well, I say a long way to go yet. Still 78 minutes of normal time to go. So Zinchenko plays it back to Edison. Hit the like. Guy says, "Martin, how are you, mate? We're forcing the ball." I agree, Kamal. We are forcing the ball. They're chasing down well, though. Got to give them a bit of credit. But smash the like button as well, says Tim Smith. Yeah, if you want to, give it a thumbs up while you're on. Nicholas says, "Have faith in Pep, or faith, guys, in Pep we trust." Yeah, absolutely. But anyway, 13 minutes and 15 seconds in, and City are now trying to just move the ball around, trying to retain a bit of possession. That's the one thing that's been missing so far. Again, a terrible touch by Kevin De Bruyne. He's having a go at Cancelo there or somebody. He's not happy with the ball. Is that Sir Alex Ferguson? How's he allowed in the ground? What's that all about? Of all, age group, things like that. I mean, but even that, but how's he? Is he essential staff now all of a sudden? Maybe he's in because he's still on the board of directors. Anyway, we need to start passing this ball around a little bit more. Movement. John Stones has come. He's on the right wing, plays it inside. And it's all the way back into our half and played back out to John Stones in the right back position at the halfway line. Just looking at their back line, they've got into a 5, almost a 6 when we've got the ball deep in our half. Nice little ball first time to Gundogan, but poor touch from Gundogan, but gets away with it inside. And we're back in deep in our half again. We're not able to just get out so far. United are pressing well. John Stones into Mahrez. Not hardly. I think Mahrez has touched the ball about 2 twice, 3 times in this game so far. That shows you the pressing of these guys, the United players, the pressing well. Again, here, closing down really well from deep. Zinchenko on the ball, cuts back inside, keeps control, and plays a nice ball into. See, I haven't got my glasses on. I should really have my glasses on watching the TV. But Sterling beats his first man. McTominay gets in, wins the ball back, plays it inside. Good tackle from Gabby. Gundogan then loses the ball, and when it's like Keystone Cops, I mean, we've lost the ball again. Ball over the top. John Stones comes across and covers really well. Yeah, I mean, it's sloppy so far. I mean, Kevin De Bruyne, again, giving the ball away. Really sloppy. I mean, 3 times he's given the ball away so far today. Really, really sloppy. Very sloppy. And, with a player like Gundogan, who, sets the scene for everything, when he's giving the ball away 2-3 times, and he's only had the ball about 4 or 5 times, and he's given 2 or 3 very sloppy passes, but in poor areas. He's give it away there to Fred, I think it was, plays in Rashford, who had a shot. It was a pretty comfortable save for Ederson. But City today so far, 16 and a half minutes in, have been, one word, sloppy. Really sloppy. Come on, City, says Addy. Off now, see you second half, says Martin. KDB, absolutely shit so far, says Kamal. He's been poor. He's been very poor, but he needs to up his game. But then, to be fair, nobody so far has done very much, apart from the likes of Stones and Zinchenko. They've had the ball more than anyone. And Diaz. Gundogan's given the ball away a few times. So, just need to get into a bit of a groove. And you know what City are like. Sometimes it can take them 20, 30 minutes. Don't be surprised if after 20, 30 minutes, we suddenly get everything clicks and we start really sort of upping the game. It's just a shame we lost that early goal from a stupid tackle by Gabby. Kevin's on the right-hand side, plays it back. They're covering literally 10 men behind the ball. Oh, nearly a good ball from Kevin. It was a right effort for Mahrez. But the ball's gone back to, they've got Henderson in there, haven't they, today? Good header from John Stones. But the second balls, one thing today I've seen is we're not winning the second balls. They seem to have hardly any pressure. Good, important tackle, that from Rodri on Martial. But we're not winning the second balls. Pep won't be happy with that. It's like they're picking up second balls really easily. Big ball over the top to Gabby. Brings it down brilliantly on his chest. And then a good block for his shot. And they sort of 1-2 and it's back out again. Kevin wins the ball back to John Stones. But again, what a wonderful takedown on his chest from Gabby Jesus. But cut inside and was the shot on? Probably. Did he get the shot off? Yeah, but it was blocked. So there's no movement up top. Maybe Torres Foden will change that. Well, I mean, it's early days yet. Come on. I mean, we're not even on 20 minutes yet. City tend to, if these games, we've seen them a number of times this season already. Inside to Gundogan. A curling shot. Oh, it's wide and high from the edge of the area by Gundogan. But we've seen it so many times with these games. City go through a period. Most of the time, we don't concede a penalty after 1 minute and 50. But most of the time, it's 0-0. Then suddenly, they seem to click. The passing seems to click. I mean, that was high and wide by about 10 yards from Gundogan. But, yeah, it's early days. It's not even 20 minutes yet. We're on 19 minutes and 10 seconds. So it might click. Well, let's hope it needs to click because so far, the passing's not been good enough from City. But in the middle of the park, it's a bit of a duel between a few players, but United win it back. And they're deep with their right-back position. And McTominay's sitting deep, sprays the ball out left to Shaw, who's got loads of time inside his own half, though. So, yeah, going back to that, it's, don't be surprised. I mean, if we don't click, we're not going to win this game. It's that simple. But chances are City will click at some point in this first half. and you'll start seeing a little bit more domination. The passing will become crisper and slicker, and let's hope we can score at the end of the day. Interesting, De Gea. I think that's he's played in the last 19 derbies. This is the first one in 19 he's not played in. So first one in 20, I should say, he's not played in. He's played in the 19 previous ones. So is that the end for David De Gea at United? It's not looking too good for him at the moment with the mistakes that he's made so far, but that's got to be a push in the back, and it is. It's free kick. Shaw on Mahrez. Tim Smith says, smash the likes, please. Just seen the Bin Dipper score. Worst champions ever. Yeah, not great, was it? But anyway, Gundogan. Gundogan and McTominay. McTominay's kicked it out for a throw into City. About 10 yards in from their left-hand side, from the corner flag. Throw into City. So far, last 10 minutes. I mean, this goes to show you we're starting getting in the grade now. 65% possession for City in the last 10 minutes. A shot coming in from is that Rodri? Or, yeah, Rodri, I think that was. But yeah, it's we're now they're now sitting very deep. Which 1-0 up, they can afford to do that. They can just pull everybody inside, and they've got Martial up front. He's sort of the lone presser. Now we've got Stones running. He's beat 3 players so far. Plays a great ball out to Cancelo. Cancelo cuts it back, tries to beat his player, plays a terrible ball in. Not good enough that, and then we lose the ball. And now here we go. Rashford on the break. As he won the ball, great tackle from John Stones, and then mopped up. But again, that all comes from a really, really sloppy ball from Cancelo on the edge of their box. They break 2 touches, and they were on the break 5 yards outside our area. But a great tackle. And then Mahrez on the right. Is he going to beat a player, or is he just going to do his usual? Yeah, he's beaten 3 players. And a great ball from Kevin out to the right-hand side. We've got Raz, cuts inside. God, shoot! That's a penalty! That's a clear penalty! Oh, come on, that's got to go to VAR. Raz beat 2 or 3 players. It looked like that was a penalty. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like a penalty. A foot across. Don't think it's going to be reviewed anyway. No surprise because it's United. But Taylor waved it away quickly. I don't know what Raz is. Looks like he's having a few words or shouting something to Taylor, but Raz has just got up because the game's carried on. I'd like to see that back again, but clearly it's not being reviewed or nothing's being called back. No surprise. Mahrez is out on the right-hand side. Raz there beat 2 or 3 players in the box. He was trying to get a shot off. Don't know whether he overrun it slightly. Ball to Cancelo now. He's on the right wing. Plays ball in, but again, another shit ball. That's 2 balls now. Absolutely garbage. Absolutely garbage. Hold on. Here we go. Let's see this again. Raz cuts in, beats, wins it. That's a penalty. Kevin. Oh, what a shot. What a save. Left-footed strike. That's a clear penalty. Absolutely clear penalty. That is unbelievable. How is that not reviewed? No, we've got Mr. Manager. He's gone anyway. That's a clear penalty for me. Poor ball in though from Raz. Rodri wins it back. Now Mahrez edge of the area. Oh, what the was that? The passing when we're around the edge of the area. Was it Zinchenko's shot? Was it? I thought it was could have been either, couldn't it? It was Zinchenko's left-footed strike. It was good strike. Pretty easy height and easy save for Henderson. Not in the corner. So yeah, comfortable save. But that looked an absolute penalty for me. How is that not reviewed? I have no idea. And there's Mike Dean. Get your mask on, Mike. Surely a pen. Definitely a penalty. You don't think he did? He ran into him. I disagree with you. His legs were all over the top of Raz's legs. You can't do that in a penalty area. If you can graze a player's stud, and it's a penalty, you can't wrap your legs around the player, and it's not a penalty. Not, come on. Fair's fair. I don't know whether you're a rag or whether you're a City fan, but Mahrez, anyway, we are 25 minutes in. Mahrez inside, plays it back. But it's literally, you can see now the momentum now has just changed slightly, and City are very much in control of the passing. Got to be careful of their breakaways because they are quick up front with the likes of Rashford and Greenwood and Martial. But City starting now to totally dominate possession. Mahrez cuts inside, plays a ball to Gabby, who's inside the box on the right-hand side, turns the fridge. Is it the fridge? Yeah. No, it wasn't the fridge, but Kevin's on here. Don't even know who their centre-backs are. Ball inside to Mahrez. It was a crap ball from Cancelo. Overhit it. Mahrez looks frustrated. Cancelo's, Shaw. It's like Shaw's injured. That looks like the end of his day. Unless he's just out of breath. No, he seems fine. But Cancelo so far, his passing has not been good enough. His crossing has not been good enough. He needs to really up his game. Especially he's in good positions. Scott Brown says, good tackle that. Have we won it back? Yeah, we have. Kevin De Bruyne, he's out on the left. Kevin needs to start seriously getting into this game. Starting to bit by bit, but needs to be more of an influence on this game. Cancelo out to Mahrez. Mahrez has probably been the one player with Raz who have had more joy, potentially, than anyone. Gabby's done okay. But that creativity needs to seriously improve. The passing in the final third around their box has got to be better. Great little 1-2 with Gundogan and Zinchenko. He's on the run here. Rodri beats his player, plays it wide to Riyad Mahrez. He's one-on-one now with Shaw. Go on, take him on. Take him on. Get in that box. He cuts inside on his left leg, goes onto his right, plays the ball across, but straight at the big, ginormous Smeg fridge. And he just... great tackle from Zinni. Brilliant Zinchenko. Superb. Wins it back. And now we're on the break again. Edge of their area. Plays it inside. Kevin De Bruyne. Oh, plays it straight out there. But we've won it back again. This is different now. We're starting to win the ball back. And that's a poor shot from Cancelo. He's having a shocker so far today. An absolute shocker. That's just it. One rule for United. Another rule for us. That's a pen. I don't understand how they not looked at it again. It's an absolute joke. It is. I'll bring Kurt in. Kurt, what are your thoughts so far? It's a corner for City. We are 28 minutes and 12 seconds in.
Well, it's pretty much gone how I said just before I jumped off. We'll get into our rhythm. We'll start to look. What I will say is John Stones has been absolutely exceptional for me.
He has been very good.
They're dropping off so much in the midfield. It's giving him so much space to move forward. But yeah, I agree with what you've been saying about Cancelo. He's been having a shocker so far.
Cross in. Header. Oh, get a foot on it. He's just bouncing around. Good. Oh, huh?
But yeah, I think Zinchenko and Stones have been really good in terms of the defending side of it, and I think Mahrez, like you said, both the wide wingers have been look like they're going to get a bit of joy. Mahrez looks like he wants to go past people today, which is always nice to see when he wants to do that. In regards to I don't know if it was necessarily a Stonewall penalty. I think it's probably a penalty, but
yeah. Well, I mean, I looked at the slow-mo replay that they shown, and if you. Yeah. How many penalties do you see where somebody just touched the stud and they go, well?
Yeah, I think when the VAR looked at it, they just saw it as Sterling running into him. That's the only way it makes sense. They would do it, right? Is they just thought that he megged the first guy and then just ran into him.
Be interested to see what they say at halftime on there, but you might be right. I mean, we only got one.
Like I said, we only saw it the one time, so I'm going off more assumption than fact for sure.
And I can't hear, obviously. We can't have any So I can't hear what they're saying on the TV. So I'm only assuming they may have. I don't know whether there's been any. Has there been anybody, the Peter Walton type of? Is there anybody saying anything? No referees.
No, I had it muted, mate. I completely forgot to unmute the bloody thing. Hang about.
Oh, Kevin.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Sloppy today, Kevin, with his passing, and Cancelo's been very sloppy with his passing.
Yeah. And he's been a bit slow with it, Kevin. When he gets the ball, wanting to hold on to it a little bit too long, if you ask me.
I mean, the good thing is so far is that we're starting to. I mean, I mentioned before the 70% possession in the last 10 minutes. That's probably similar to what it's been. All right, now that United have got the ball, but for the last sort of 5-10 minutes, it's been pretty much City with the ball. We're getting closer. We're getting around the edge of the area. But then nothing major is being created. That's the problem. And some of the shots are like, could you have passed it? But it's like this desperation. Have a shot. You know, we're on the edge of the area, 1-0 down.
Well, the game seems to be playing out as most people would expect it. Us having the lion's share of the possession, United sitting in deep, looking to break, and us just probing. The only thing that's obviously gone against us is the early penalty that we conceded. Other than that, it's a pretty we'd expect really from City.
They are pressing well, though. I'll give credit to United. They are pressing really well.
They've got the players in the wide areas to be able to do that. So
you just saw. I think it was James and Shaw then, or whoever.
The Man United side is the danger side for Man United. I don't think they're going to do anything down that right side with Wan-Bissaka and Dan James. Honestly,
but we'll see how it goes, and Kurt will be back if anything happens. And
I'd like Gabby to get in the game a little bit more, even if he has to drop a little bit. But nice first touch though for that almost chance shot he got though. It was beautiful. What's
this here? Yellow card. Yellow card. Who's that for? Is it for? Is it? Oh, it's the Smeg. Smeg's got it. The Smeg fridge. Look at him. He's not happy. Hey. Yeah. Styrios Maguires, as we'll call him, his new Greek name, when he eventually goes out to one of the islands in Greece. Was it a elbow and then a second? Yeah, it used to be. I don't think it wasn't a red card, but I'll be honest with you. Looking back, I'm not even sure it was yellow. For being honest with you, but that's Anthony Taylor.
I think it was more because it was when players get sandwiched.
Yeah. Arms go up, and it's a bit of and Gabby's giving it a bit of that as well.
I wouldn't mind if Gabby drops a little bit deeper to try and help out in midfield, and let Kevin a bit higher up the pitch or whatever.
Yeah, we've got ball in behind the back, but again, it's one of those. I mean, that ball's got to be absolutely inch perfect, and Sterling's got two players right next to him, and he's got to somehow get the ball. I mean, it's
that's why they stuck Dan James on that side, so they can just play double up on Sterling game, and then just hope Mahrez doesn't have a good game. To be honest,
I think Mahrez might be the key to this, because every time Sterling goes on, gets the ball or he goes to make a run, there are 2-3 players on him all the time. But yet every time Mahrez has been out here, he's literally had a one-on-one with Shaw. So I think Mahrez might be the key to this.
I've said many times what Mahrez offers on that right-hand side is here we go.
He'll go wide to Sterling. Somebody overlap him. Right.
Terrible.
It was almost like he was having to, because Gundogan's not the quickest, is he? So obviously he got the ball there, and it was almost like, come on, get to me. Here, you could see him make the overlap, but it should have been better.
I would have liked him to just take a run inside and have a shot.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree.
What I was saying just before the chance we just had there is, I think what Mahrez offers is that switch, but with his first touch, there's no one else like it, and he can be away within seconds.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's the plus. He tends to, if he's not going to shoot, he'll drive into the box and create havoc.
Yeah, and he's good at holding places up as well, letting players get in the box.
Yeah, good tackle from Cancelo. That KDB has been crap. I don't know who. Lewis Keogh, you're fucking shy. I can only assume you're a City fan and talking about the absolute lack of success at Man United being the biggest club in the world. I can only assume you are a City fan, because if you're a United fan saying that's City, Jesus Christ, you're quite frightening. Or is it not time for your tea yet? Time for your tea. Offside, Martial. Who else have we got? Let's see. Sections on United are literally double figures behind in points. You have now to shout about. I know. Oh, it is. He must be a rag. Let's get rid of him. He's a rag. There he's gone. He's gone. He can go and play on his Xbox or whatever else that these kids do too.
I really like Stones' progressive passing, though.
It's brilliant.
There's no one else in the City team like it from a centre-back position. It truly is amazing.
He's been superb today with his not only reading of the game, but his passing out has been great.
He led the first 10 minutes and made sure they had a little spell, and he was the one getting on the ball. He was the one, what was it? He was the one driving up in midfield, and then he was back making the tackle. It's coming.
Nearly. Just a touch over hit for Raz, but what a run again.
Look at that ball, though. That was almost perfect.
Raz's run is so intelligent. He does what Aguero used to do.
It's like I was saying the other day when I to make the big point about it, because like I said, it's just he doesn't get nowhere near enough credit. I think it's maybe because on TV you can't see it as much.
I agree. You do see an awful lot when you're in the stadium. You see so much more. But he makes that. He finds that gap between the two centre backs, and then makes his run. And because of his pace, he times it generally.
It's timing. How often? He's not often.
He's rarely offside. No, he's rarely offside. He's not like Gabby.
Go on. Oh, it's too slow. 5 players got back into shape.
No, look now though. Nobody on the edge of the box. Nobody there. They've got 4. We got 1 in the box. Mara's at the back.
Back post.
That ball then would have had to have been absolutely perfect for us to have scored a goal. I mean, nobody's going beyond and going, Raz is out wide, Kevin's out wide, Gabby's deep. Somebody drive ahead of him and go and occupy Maguire.
You just can't let teams get back into their shape. That's why you've got to play the ball quickly. Because there's a chance to play it in on that left-hand side, and four midfielders all up back.
The way I'm looking at it, I don't, like things change, don't they? During the game, it is
Rodri.
Go on, Gundogan.
Under his feet a little bit, behind him.
But this is a game for me. Looking at it, if it continues in this vein, this is Phil Foden territory for me. Driving beyond, running beyond, with the ball at his feet.
It's like I said to you at the beginning of the game, mate. We've got Foden, Torres, Aguero. We've got lots of options off the bench in terms of forward options if we need them.
We have. But this is a game, I bet this 10 minutes has just been, nice ball out wide. Gabby inside to... Gabby, you need to be in the box, mate, if you want to score goals.
Sterling made a great run at it. Great run.
On the edge of the area, but a great block. A great block again. They've done that 4 or 5.
Look how narrow they are.
Yeah.
He's got to move it out to wide areas.
Another poor ball by Cancelo.
Stand him? Yes, well in.
Some of these passes, I'm not picking out Cancelo. I don't mean it's not having a go at him, but just sloppy. It's a little bit lazy, some of the passing. Right, we're out wide. And again,
inside run.
Gabby's gone on the left.
Yep, Sterling's gone down the centre for a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was for the last phase of play and they haven't swapped back, or they're just chilling for a few minutes. Gabby might have the beat in a Wan-Bissaka, to be fair.
It's inside, but it's a lot of... I think it's just showing the stat says 66% has been in the middle. Oh, what a turn back.
Oh, first time ball.
Oh, no! It's this final ball.
He created the space with the turn. Why did he take a touch?
Go on, Raz. Raz going back up. Yeah, they swapped back over places again. Outside now.
First time. Oh.
Kevin. Oh, nearly.
Well in, Mahrez.
Good play that from United. Let's bring the ball. This is the problem now. We need to get back. Get the shape back.
Yeah, look at Kevin and look at Sterling. There's the difference right there,
Yeah. Yeah.
How quickly Sterling was back in position and Kevin's just chilling.
A nice little touch inside there from United. And the turning, again, space to play the ball out all the way. We've got an overlap with Shaw coming, so somebody needs to get back. Oh, brilliant.
Great covering.
Brilliant covering. Is that John Stones again?
Yes, of course it is.
Superb. Absolutely brilliant.
Football intelligence. Hang on. He's on a yellow.
That's going to be a free kick, surely.
What? Did I miss that or did I see that? Surely that was a...
Huh? Gabby went to turn his player and that looked like...
just grabbed him. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Have you seen Caden in the comments? Arsenal is the best team in the Premier League. Is he in from a time machine from 2001 or something?
Bless him.
Hey mate, respect that you supporting your team, but fair enough, mate.
Anyway, I thought it was just over 41 minutes in. City back again on the ball. Ball inside to Rodri.
I think Rodri's had a good game so far as well.
Free kick. Come on, Kevin. You've not done anything in this game so far. This is your time. Come on.
Do you know what I love most about Pep? When we're in games like this and we're not quite at it, I've got so much confidence that he's going to make little changes in half time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He'll have watched this first half and he'll
know the little things.
Yeah.
And be able to get into it.
He'll know where we've gone wrong. Oh, Penandez, piss off. Stop arguing. I'm not joking.
Come on, Kevin.
Bit far out. Would have liked it a little bit closer. Yeah, it's a bit far out. That.
Oh, he's going for this, mate.
Yeah, he probably will, but it is
Stones has probably said to him, lad, it's a bit far out, you know.
if only we had Vinny company. Because that was where about Vinny.
To be fair, Yaya used to like him from quite centrally.
Yeah.
Yaya used to take a nice free kick, didn't he?
He did. Yeah, he did, and a nice penalty.
Any dead ball he wasn't too shabby at, was he?
But we're 42 and a half minutes into the game. Still 1-0 United from a 1 minute 50 into the game. Penalty from Bruno Fernandes.
Just watch that.
Here we go, Kevin.
He's not going for it.
Oh!
Was that a touch?
Corner. Yeah, corner.
I knew he was going for it.
He got the dip on that. But
he did the old David Luiz technique, didn't he? Go up and down.
It was a bit central.
Goalie had it covered.
It was never going to beat Henderson from there. But there was a touch on it.
Those are like what do you call it? Like markers for the next one. You know what I mean? I hate that when someone gets a free kick and they give it to someone else the next time. What?
Smeg got the head on that one, and John Stones plays it inside.
Oh,
nearly.
That was good defending by Shaw, to be fair.
Good tackle,
Jonesy.
Gundogan. Oh, and again, John
Stone pops up on the right wing very often in games, doesn't he?
Brilliant. He's had a superb first half. We've just lacked the final. We've said that a number of times this season in certain games. We've just first half in particular in games just missed that final ball. You know, it's not been good enough. It's been off slightly. Oh, come on. That's a sloppy ball from Rodri, trying to play a blind ball. The United are back on the attack now.
Kevin, you
should have took one for the team then.
That's a yellow you take all day long.
Yeah, Fernandinho would have done. Oh, well played.
We're very lucky that came to nothing, mate. Yeah. Should be grabbing him on the shoulder there and just taking a yellow all day long.
That would have been a definite yellow for Fernandinho without a shadow of a doubt. He wouldn't have let him do that.
Yeah, mate. Conceding right at the beginning of the match and right at the end of that would not have been good at all.
No. Anyway, it's a goal kick for City. We are 44 and a half. Oh, 44 and a half minutes in, coming up to 45 minutes. I can only see there being maybe 1 minute of extra time. Can't see him playing much more than that. But it's 1-0 to United from an early penalty. Right, Gabby's outplay. Gab.
Oh, first time.
Come on, Kevin, hit it. Oh, hit it. No, wide out to Mahrez inside the box. Right foot. Oh!
Gabby.
Gabby. I mean, it was Mahrez.
It was a cross shot, wasn't it?
He sort of dragged it to the far post with the shot. Mahrez on his right foot from inside the area on the right. Gabby's running at the back post. He would have been offside anyway. He would have been offside.
Yeah, he would have been offside forward pass.
Yeah. But that was a definite shot.
Yeah, of course it was. He was trying to get a little bit of outside on it, wasn't it?
But if he would have put it in, it would have been disallowed anyway. But that's close. We're getting closer, and that bodes well for the second half. It's 1 minute of extra time, and just about to blow the halftime whistle. Pep will get into them at halftime. There's no doubting about it. He'll make some tweaks, and will he be brave? He doesn't normally, but will he go, you know what, maybe we just need a little bit more energy and a bit more legs and a bit more creativity and make a change straight away? But the United have still got a few seconds left. Well, we've gone over the time now, but great block from John Stones. Zinchenko, that's it, half-time.
Yeah, none of that.
It's half-time. United winning 1-0. Like I said, poor challenge by Gabi Jesus a minute and a half into the game. On the edge of the area, and Bruno Fernandes into the bottom corner. Bruno, he's not happy. Look at him. He looks a bit like Mo Salah, doesn't he? But he got a hand to it, and could have had a strong hand. But United will be happy. 1-0. He's having a go now at Mike Dean. I'd like to see at half-time. He's talking now. I think he's basically saying that was a foul on the edge of the area, but Mike Dean's saying no. But anyway, Kurt, I'll leave you for the half-time with these reprobates, and I'll be
no worries,
the second half. But guys, keep the faith. Long way to go. 45 minutes still to go.
Hello, everybody. I know the first half wasn't exactly the start we were looking for, really, but you know, let's see what some of you guys are saying and what your thoughts are on the first half. Is Caden still talking about his beloved Arsenal? I don't think anyone's particularly stressed, mate. Certainly not me. I'm pretty calm. I'm a bit frustrated that we're 1-0 down, mate. But I wouldn't say I'm particularly stressed in the slightest. Where you got Cafe de Casual saying United's money. Not getting into that, mate. Nipa, we should target the air balls, targeting Lindelof. Lindelof is poor aerially. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he is poor aerially, but we've not exactly got the biggest boys up at the top end of the pitch. Section saying, "Lol, you're definitely like 11 because you don't get a hat in a derby." Yeah, probably. David's on. Hello, mate. He says halftime. Come on, City. Yeah, you know what Pep does best. He gets into the boys. He'll say what he needs to say. And then hopefully the boys can come out and do the business in the second half. Hello, fellow reprobates. Yep, all of us wrong-uns stucking around for half-time chats. You know, Lewis Yates, garbage, absolute garbage. Don't know if the accent was very good. Yeah, I don't know if it was absolute garbage, mate. For me, it wasn't great, but. It's difficult when you go into a game and you can see within like the first minute, the game plan goes out the window. It takes 5 or so minutes just to even get a bit back of composure. You know, I think Stones did an absolutely fantastic job sort of calming the boys down at the back in those sort of early stages. But it's just one of those. Addy's saying we started very poor. Yeah, conceding a goal in the first minute is obviously very poor. You know. What can you do? Shauno's saying Bruno is only a penalty merchant in big games. We got this in the second half. Yeah, exactly, mate. I'm very much with you. I'm very confident about the boys will get the job done in the second half. They normally do the business. Yo, Clicks. Hello, mate. He says, I Swallow come, City will make a comeback. It's becoming more and more obvious now. Yeah, like if you look at the sort of the way the game panned out towards the back end of the first half, it was evident that we're sort of creating chances, and it's only a case of time before we take one of these. We've just got to make sure we stay solid and make sure we break those counterattacks down and not allow them to sort of get free opportunities. That's definitely what we don't want. Scott Brown's on Hello, mate. He says, wasn't the best half, but wasn't the worst. We are creating chances now. Just the end product needs to keep up the temp. The temp. Come on. Yeah, we most certainly do. Like I said, it wasn't the best, wasn't the worst. I pretty much agree with what you're saying there, mate. Bruno Fernandes. Yep. Man United's defensive midfielders can't pass. Oh, to be fair, I don't think Fred's the worst player, and I think McTominay's not the worst box to box, but yeah, I can for a Man United midfield, you'd definitely expect them to have better players. Yeah, Ross Stain, Stone's man of the match for City so far, which says a lot. Yeah, he's been bloody outstanding, mate. Right winger, centre forward, box to box midfielder, haircut aficionado. He's got everything, hasn't he, old Mr. Stonesy? Ross is saying, if Mahrez or Sterling were playing like Kevin De Bruyne, I wonder what the comments would be. Yeah, I said it, mate. I said Kevin's been poor. I was talking about his work rate in terms of when Sterling was getting back and he was literally walking. You know? It's one of those, mate. We need Foden and Bernardo. Well, that's what substitutions are for, and we've got a lot of time left. And we know sometimes Pep likes to leave it for substitutions, but I'm happy. I'm happy. We'll get the job done. I'm very confident, rather not happy. I'm confident we'll get the job done. We started too slowly. Yeah, we did start slowly. It is what it is. Liam's on hi mate, Blades fan here. Surely Golden needs to be introduced. Golden? I mean, I think you mean maybe Foden. Fair enough. Yeah, I think we'll definitely see if the game stays like this, we're going to see substitutions at some point. That's definitely going to happen. Cafe saying City will be back to be. We'll. I hope they come back. I'll be disappointed if they don't. That's for sure. Hello, bro. City will win. Hopefully they win, mate. Hopefully win. Aussie, hello, mate. How you doing? Says Gundo's have been too slow in midfield. KDB has been poor. KDB had a poor half, and Jesus has been awful. But second half, we can bring the game to Man United. Like to see Foden come on. Yeah, I think there's a few people that would have liked to see Foden start tonight, but I always trust in Pep's selection. So with what he decides to go, we've got Tom on. Hello, mate. Hope you're doing well, buddy. He says poor start. Got into the game, but still no final edge. Stone's man of the match for us at the moment. Kevin De Bruyne, very, very poor. We never criticize Kevin De Bruyne because he's God. For me, Bernardo on, KDB off. Mate, I don't know if you were on the whole time of the thing, but I wasn't exactly impressed with Kevin De Bruyne. I've said it quite a few times tonight in the stream that I think he's been poor. I think he's held on the ball a bit too long. But I think that's also the case of I think he's just building back in his form, and I wouldn't have had him in the team for me tonight just because I think this game came a little bit too early for me. Does Pep bottle Manchester derbies? Ollie's got a pretty good record against him, doesn't he? So maybe. But I don't think it's a case of bottling. Would you expect your centre forward to give away a penalty in the first minute of the game? It's not exactly a common occurrence in it. Hello, Sean, mate. Hope you're doing well. He says we'll come back in the second half. Yeah, lots of confidence, mate. Not from you, mate. Yeah, I know it's not from me, but yeah, it's like that. A lot of people, especially if it's their favourite players or whatever, people get sort of, what's the word, like a bit biased, you know? Be it either positive bias or negative bias, right? So it's one of those. But I like try and be pretty objective. If I think someone's having a bad game, I'll just say it straight up, you know? Foden, not golden. Yeah. Section said it straight. Phil is golden. You're exactly right there, mate. No worries, Clark, mate. Typos all day for me as well. The ammo, just need to get one goal and then you will definitely get a couple like Wolves. Yeah, we were building towards it in the second half. We would have liked to have a couple more clear-cut chances, but you know, it is what it is at the end of the day. Lachelle Blue saying we'll play much better in the second half. I think you're echoing a lot of City fans' comments, Lachelle Blue. I think Pep will get into the lads, and we will definitely play better in the second half. Ross says, I've got to listen to Scholes and Owen. Poor bugger, mate. That's all unlucky, mate. Unlucky. We get Mika in the thing. Obviously, I'm doing the halftime with you, so I'm not hearing what any of these boys say, but hopefully Andy can give me a bit of an update with that one. That pen was like Walker's last season. To be fair, mate, I can't even remember last season's penalty, to be honest with you. Penalty decisions I try and forget, and referee decisions I forget. I try and forget them as quick as possible. Hello, mate. How are you doing?
I'm all right. Just a very quick update. Just listening to Micah and Roy Keane and Graham Souness. They again made a comment there. The fact that Gabby gave the ball away, maybe it influenced him to try and win the ball back.
That's what I said about being in a derby precedent.
They said it was a very, very poor challenge, and Micah says he thought Edison could have done better with the penalty and looked a bit disappointed that he didn't save it. But on the whole, City are coming into it not creating any real clear-cut chances, but Roy Keane says you can see City coming back into it again, but sorry, I just need to mute that. Sorry, but he can see United still getting chances on the break, and that's something we're going to have to be careful of. So there you go. That's a bit from half time.
From the half time. Yeah, a lot of the guys.
Yeah, I've done it. I've muted it. Charlie.
I've
got one ear in. I was listening to one in here and one in there. I should have.
A lot of guys in the comments have been talking about Foden and Bernardo potentially coming on if we need them, and obviously saying, echoing the points about Kevin De Bruyne that he's been having a bit of a poor game, and obviously with Jesus as well, which I can agree with the guys in the comments for the most part. But I agree with them. We're definitely going to be improving the second half, and it's not. We're not going to see the same. We're not going to see the same performance.
I'll be back for the start of the second half, and I'll see you in a minute.
No worries, buddy. Noah's asking, are you still confident? I'm confident, mate. Always got to be confident, especially in a team that's won 20-odd in a row. You know, how many undefeated, you know? There was no reason to drop Bernardo, mate. I kind of agree with you. I had Bernardo in and Kevin out in my lineup, I believe, but I'm not the manager, and I trust in Pep, mate. Charlie saying you might want to meet. Yeah, you got that one. Sorry about that. Section saying always no, it ain't over till the final whistle. And unless United, sometimes it goes on after the final whistle. You know what I mean? Scott Williams saying slabhead on Lemon target on him in the second half. He'll just park the bus and get leggy over the next 45 minutes. Keep the faith, Blues. Yeah, he's on a yellow. Got to target him, obviously. You definitely do, mate. Ammo's on. Sit down. Nobody talk. Drink some water and relax. Pep, if you know, you know. Yeah, if you know, you know, mate. Real talk. Charlie Everett saying Pep did say before the match it was Pep's hardest decision ever in his career to leave Bernardo out. Yeah, probably because he knew deep down it probably wasn't the right decision based on performances that Bernardo's been having over the last sort of 10 games. Future De Bruyne replacement. Don't know. I think we're going to have Kevin for a fair few more years. So I think it's going to be 3 or 4 more years of Kevin before we have to worry about it. We need to take our chances, most definitely do. A Cafe de Casuals predicting a 2-1 for City at the end of the game. Would love to see us win, mate. If we keep up the pressure, I can see us winning, keeping United in their box. Yeah, we can pen them in. It's just about stopping the breaks when they do and breaking them down quickly. Andy Bloomwell's on. Hello, mate. Hope you're doing well. He says, hi, guys. Kirk, get the blue lucky mug out. If you didn't see it, mate, it was right at the start. I had my cup of tea. Normally, I get my halftime cup of tea, but I'm doing it with you boys, so I'm missing out just so I can chat to you guys and girls in the comments. Martin's on. Hello, mate. He says, well, we don't lose this any other game, but not this one. Come on, City. Yeah, exactly. I don't want to lose this one, mate. I definitely don't. There's a big jump there. Your City. Yeah, come on, mate. What City? I'm sorry. I felt like saying anyway, but KDB has done nothing to start. Yeah, exactly. Played better the last 25 minutes. We most certainly did, Andy Bloomwood. Dupe saying Foden for Sterling coming on. I think a lot of people would like to see Foden come on, but I'd like to see Sterling get a little bit of chance in the second half. Addy's saying Gabby and Sterling both similar to play together, in my opinion. Yeah, I think I don't mind them when they interchange. I don't mind them when they interchange. Got Chloe, United fan, excited that they're getting their 1-0 up at the moment. But keep the excitement until the final whistle, I would say. Martin says, you want to borrow my lucky glue gas, mate? Mail it down to me, mate. Mail it down to me. Another big jump. Ozzy saying there, the only problem I see is that let me start again. The only problem I do see that we have is just that if we go behind, City do struggle to get back in the game. I think it's just the way we go about getting goals is patient build up. So it can sometimes look when we go behind that it's difficult for us to get back in the game. I don't necessarily know if I agree wholeheartedly with that, but I get your point, mate. It's just when you don't go behind in games very often, you don't have that much practice of having to come back, right? Back at college tomorrow as well. Loads of United fans are unlucky, mate. Unlucky. We need Martin's blue glass and his tracksuit. Yeah, we need a little bit of luck. We need a better second half. That's what we need. Gundogan should have had a brace. He had a couple opportunities. I think Gundogan's been quite good, to be honest, in the midfield. I like some of his progressive passes. He had a nice little sort of flick to turn around, you know. But yeah, not a 10 out of 10 performance by any stretch of the imagination. Got some United fans having a little bit of fun. Fair play to you, lads. As long as you keep it all civil, it's no problem, mate. Just don't be a silly bugger. Just chatting amongst yourselves. If we had taken our chance in the first half, we could have possibly been 3 goals up. Yeah, just got to improve the final ball a little bit and try and make it stick. City, hopefully. Bring on Balotelli. He's in Serie B these days, isn't he, poor lad? Don't know what happened to him, mate. Attitude and that, right? Right, be back. I'm off to get prawn cock. Oh my god. Oh. Dupe saying Ed and FFS should have saved that, but could be doing better. Yeah, I think he could have been doing a little bit better for that one, honestly. I agree with you there, Dupes. We've got Addy saying this team selection was bad from Pep.
Not sure about that.
I don't know if it's easy to say because we're 1-0 down that it was a bad selection, but pre-game I wasn't unhappy with it. I don't know about you, Andy.
I mean, apart from the penalty, if we just take the penalty and isolate the penalty itself, it was a terrible tackle by Gabby. But if you remove the penalty, you go 0-0 in a derby, half time. Yeah, take that, and we'll see what the second half brings. So I'm not too. It's the 1-0 thing, obviously. If we get a draw, I think we're in a comfortable position in the league. If we're talking solely about the league, I know it's forget the derby thing, where we can take a draw, easily take a draw.
Yeah,
a loss wouldn't be the end of the world, but it's a derby.
Rather not lose it, but I wouldn't. I'm not going to go cry myself to sleep tonight if we don't get the win.
If they were 4 or 5 points behind us, as it stands now, and we lost this game, I'd be absolutely devastated. But it's a derby, and you want to win. A draw, yeah, whatever. But we've kicked off anyway. But it's one of those.
Yeah, I think it's exactly like Jack Lee says here, mate. A draw won't be bad, keeps the gap. It's one of those, mate.
Yeah, they're talking about this record thing, and I think a lot has been made of that. I mean, to win another 6 or 7 games. And to break that world record, and I honestly can't see it happening.
This is the thing
about the record.
I'll tell you this, Andy, is because when we're achieving exceptional things, so the only way to dampen it is to go, oh, but you didn't get that extra random record that actually means nothing in the grand scheme of things, you know.
At the end of the day,
they don't just say we're on unbelievable consistency in an unprecedented time. You know what I mean? It's always.
At the end of the day, it doesn't say that unbeaten record on any trophy that you win this season.
Exactly.
Trophies are all that matters. So we look like we could potentially go on and win this canter the Premier League. So I'm not too worried. But anyway, the game is. Go on. Sorry, mate. Go on.
No, I was just going to say, someone asked me the question about personal records, and I always just say they're consequences. They're not the goals. You know, they're the consequences of what you do over the course of a season, right?
Absolutely.
But no, hopefully the boys can get back. Obviously, no changes that I'm aware of, unless I'm
no changes. Raz is out on the left-hand side here. Thanks for doing that half-time stuff, Kurt. Appreciate it.
No problem at all, mate. I'll jump off and get on the game, and if anything interesting happens, I'll jump back in and we can have a chinwag about it, mate.
Cheers, buddy.
I'll see you boys in the comments, mate.
Thank you. There you go. So that was Kurt. Oh, we're inside the box. Oh, at the post. Rodri's just hit the post. Oh, 47 minutes in. First time shot from Rodri, just clipped the outside of the top corner of the post. Mahrez plays it inside, a little layoff from Gabby, and it's a bouncing ball, and he's took it brilliantly. Oh, and it's hit the stanchion, the corner. It's hit the corner of the crossbar and the post. What a shot, and considering it was a bouncing ball as well. Unbelievable. Brilliant effort from Rodri. But again, we started this time on the right foot, pressing, and I think we can see here, won the ball back and the foul. We can see the difference in the start of this first half is that we pen them into their half, around their box, and we are pressing with 2s and 3s. We weren't doing that in the first half. And we've just won a free kick from Gundogan being dragged down by McTominay on the left-hand side, sort of almost edge of the area, about 10 yards outside of the area. And we've got Zinchenko, and Zinchenko's not going to take this. Kevin De Bruyne is over the ball. So we started on the right foot. So it's brilliant. King of the Assist says, hi, can't believe losing 1-0 to the Rags. Don't worry about it, mate. Don't worry about it. Much better, says City, let's go. Oh, Zinchenko does take it. But it's a poor one. It's a poor free kick. Should have given that Kevin. That's a poor free kick. Easy for Henderson just to come out and grab it on his 6-yard box. Not a good free kick at all. And when we're getting these positions, we've got to be making sure that that final ball is good. A good throw out from Henderson there. I don't know what Joao Cancelo was doing there defensively. That was shocking. But they're inside our box from one throw out. Luke Shaw, it's 2-0. Fucking Joao Cancelo. Absolutely awful, awful defending. Absolutely shocking. Absolutely appalling. It's a long throw out from Henderson. Joao Cancelo, look at him. He's throwing his arms in the air. What an absolute throw out here. And he tries. He's got a player that he can mark on the left. And what he does is he tries to run between them, win the ball. He's onside. He is onside. And he gets caught in no man's land. Ball comes inside. Shaw continues his run, plays it inside. A 1-2 with Rashford, and he hits it first time with his left foot through the legs of, I think it's Diaz, or Rodri, Rodri, and it goes in the bottom left-hand corner. Cancelo has had an absolute nightmare of a game so far. Going forward, he's been shocking with his passing, and there, defensively, appalling. Absolutely appalling. Really, really poor. Very, very poor. But it's 2-0. City are really, really up against it here. Zinchenko giving the ball away cheaply, and that's been the theme of the first half. But Henderson gives the ball away to Raz, 25 yards out. Really, I mean, 2 terrible mistakes. Terrible, terrible mistakes. Defensively, one from Gabby, one from Cancelo. Plays it out wide, and it's going to be a throw-in. But there you go. It's 2-0. To Man United, Pep is not happy about it whatsoever. He looks very, very frustrated, bit angry. Yeah, sloppy defending by Cancelo. Really poor. And I'd much, we said it on the Friday night social. I'd much rather have Walker on that right hand side, and Cancelo, if he wants to play, plays on in that false 8 role today. Or he could have played on the left. And to be fair, Zinchenko's not done too bad on the left, but I'd probably still have Cancelo on the left. But Raz is running inside the area. Wan-Bissaka tries a curly shot. No power on it. Straight into the arms of Henderson. But City are 2-0 down. It's 51.5 minutes in. Lucian Mihet says, Manchester is red. Mate, you need to know where Old Trafford is in relation to Manchester, mate. It's not in Manchester. God, you must be, well, you're clearly not from Manchester. Otherwise, you'd know that. Right, so throw in for City, 52 minutes in, coming up to 52 minutes. And our backs are against the wall here. We need to make, whether Pep needs to make some changes or something. But this is defensively, well, not defensively. I would say that goal was very poor defensively. But Gabby making the mistake in the first half, you can't blame the defenders because the likes of Stones has been superb so far. But yeah, we're 2-0 down. No excuses. United have took their chances, to be fair. We haven't. A lot of ball inside to Gundo. Tries to play a left-footed cross. But again, that's another bit of poor decision-making that you don't tend to find with Gundogan. Kevin here is with Gabby and just getting each other's way. And that sort of sums up today, Gabby and Kevin De Bruyne today. They're on the break again, and Roy Keane said it at half-time. Tries to play ball inside. John Stones, brilliant. Absolutely reads it perfectly. And then little flick back and starts to play again. Joao Cancelo doing his usual step-overs. Mate, if you're going to play as a natural right-back, you need to learn to be cool, buddy. But we've got the ball back. Zinchenko plays inside to Diaz. And yeah, it's one of those games. Kevin De Bruyne now, good ball inside to Gabby. Gabby on his right foot, cuts it back to Mahrez. Mahrez inside the box slightly, plays it wide. A bit of a bad ball. Bit of a poor ball to... and Kevin's throwing his arms around going, it's a 4-yard pass. But, got to be better. United moaning about a foul. That was terrible again from Joao Cancelo defensively. Absolutely garbage. And now they've got the ball back. Ball inside the box. Really poor. I would definitely, if anything, I'd take Cancelo off this pitch now and put Walker on because he's had an absolute shocker today. A real shocker. John Stones wins the free kick. Cancelo's had an absolute nightmare. He really has. Anyway, we are coming up to 54.5 minutes into the game. The Fridge is inside the box, plays it back to Henderson. I forget this feeling, yeah. Yeah, it's been a long time. It's been lovely turn that from Martial. Gundogan looked like a child versus a man there with that tackle. Plays it inside the box. And that was, I think, Dan James trying to blast it. Or was it a block? Was it a corner? I think it might have been a corner, that. Zinchenko getting the block in. But again, that's an awful challenge by Gundogan. I mean, it's embarrassing type of tackle. But they're inside there, and Zinchenko gets the block. It's a corner for United. On the break, they look very dangerous. They look very dangerous on the break. Our going forward. I mean, Gundo. I love Gundogan, but I think it's time for a bit of energy pep in midfield and get Bernardo and maybe even Phil Foden on, because in midfield they've picked the passes up really easy. Without any pressure and move the ball forward quickly. Header away from Kevin De Bruyne. Sterling, touched by Sterling, but goes all the way back to near the halfway line. United play it out wide again to the right side. It's overhit and it's a throw-in for City. People need to stop scapegoating. Hold on a minute. Nobody's scapegoating. We're only calling out exactly what happened. Now, do you not want me to not say anything about the absolute appalling challenge? I've just mentioned Gundogan, Harry Jones. I've just mentioned Gundogan and what he's just done with that tackle. So nobody's scapegoating. We're calling what's actually on there, unless you're seeing something completely different and you don't think it was poor positional play, mate. Come on, get your shit together. Anyway, Zinchenko on the left pulls it back. Kevin De Bruyne plays it inside to Gundogan. Gundogan plays it out wide. Mahrez is one-on-one inside the box. Plays it in, put two players in each other's way again. Gundogan and Cancelo. I think Gundogan was going to try and let leash there. Sterling on the left cuts inside the box. Nobody to really pass it to. They're defending really well. It's about 8 of them in the box, and then goes and gives it away. I mean, poor play from Raz there, but we won it back, thankfully, through Ruben Diaz, and we're continuing to rotate. Okay, I can't say his name apparently, but he's just given the ball away and they're on the break now. So I'm not allowed to say anything about that really terrible pass he's just tried to play. They play it into the box. It's a header up in the air and could have been a goal from that person giving the ball away on the edge of their area, and they break quickly from the person we shall not allowed to name. Jesus Christ, some of you guys need to really give your heads a wobble. And nobody is scapegoating. We're calling the game and the players. It happens. So, if you don't like it, don't watch it. And that's a block. That's got to be a yellow card for Luke Shaw. It is. So, yellow card for Luke Shaw on Mahrez. He pushed the ball past him and Shaw just stood across him. But ended up getting absolutely hammered by Mahrez and ends up on his backside. That was It was a bit of a poor header, that, from Martial, to be fair. He got it completely wrong, but it was an easy save for Edson. Oh, God. We got more rags on. Are you not watching? Are you not on go and watch a United channel or something? Go and watch Mark Goldbridge or Brent, whatever he's called. Go and watch him. Why are you on a Man City Fan TV channel? Bit fucking sad, isn't it? Come on. Go and watch your own fan channels. You got loads of them. All those fans you've got, you must be able to tune in. Anyway, Kevin De Bruyne, he's inside, plays it out wide to Raheem Sterling. Sterling takes it out wide, edge of the area, crosses it. It's a corner for City. I'll take a draw, decent result. I'll take a draw right now, Jack Lee. I definitely would take a draw the way it's going. Two big mistakes from Man City players, and that's led to them scoring. But Kevin De Bruyne, he's going to take the corner. Mahrez running at the back post on a volley, and it's got about 20 yards over the bar. Not the easiest of chances, but then a game like this, if that's what we're trying, that shows a little bit of desperation. Here is the replay of it. I mean, if we're seeing the replay on the screen, if you think Cancelo did well for that throw out there, one ball inside, one ball back to Shaw, one touch, and it's a goal.
Maybe not, but maybe.
What are your thoughts on Cancelo there?
I think it was two mistakes. Cancelo randomly trying to press the ball for no reason, and Kevin De Bruyne's absolute refusal to just take the guy down. Absolute refusal. I'm upset at both of them equally, honestly, because Kevin had two opportunities where he could have taken the geezer out for a yellow, no problem, and he just didn't do it. I don't know if other people have the same view as me on that, but no, I think
I must admit, I didn't look at the Kevin De Bruyne point of view. It was the transition from the throw out.
Oh yeah, that was awful.
Because Cancelo was marking a player, left him, and ran
to the ball. Yeah,
I mean, if he lets Shaw have it there, he just sticks with his player. Another midfielder comes out, because Shaw is not gonna. If we're on the lost the ball from the other one again here, and they're on the break again. I mean, turn off your sound.
Oh, yeah, sorry, mate. I will say one thing. When Cancelo and De Bruyne have played in the team together, it's been when Cancelo's played as a left back and De Bruyne's played as a right.
I'd still keep Cancelo. I just want to have him at right back in this formation. And to be fair, Zinky, I think
when Cancelo plays at right back for us, Bernardo's pretty much. I think it's every single time he's played right back, bar tonight, Bernardo's been in the team.
Yeah.
When he's playing at left back, then Kevin's in the team. So I think
we're talking about pairs, weren't we?
I always talk about it, mate, and that's a pair that I think needs to be together when you play him on the right channel, because Bernardo covers that space when Cancelo does that silliness.
I mean, the passing again, just giving the ball away again, and now could have been on break.
The reality is they've had two opportunities, two half chances outside the goals they've had, and both the goals
how can Taylor go back that far now? Cancelo made the initial mistake and made the foul, trying to win it back. And then they continue the play for about 8, 9, 10 seconds. A phase of play comes back inside. It's a foul. But then he goes back to the original foul. It wasn't a foul, but he goes back to the original foul. You can't wait that long. You can't wait that long to take it all the way back to the original foul. I mean, that's garbage because he had the ball easily on the left. It is nonsense. Absolutely. I told you he's an awful referee. Absolutely awful.
It's like I said to you the other day, though. It's nothing that isn't new.
Walker's coming on now.
Well, who do you think is coming on for?
I've got a feeling he might bring Zinchenko off and put Cancelo.
That's what I've got a feeling he's going to do as well. And I think it's criminal.
I tell you what. I tell you what. If he does bring,
go on, Kevin.
Nobody up front though.
No, he's got time though. He's got one on the right.
Was he offside?
Sterling's there. Oh,
Jesus Christ, Gabby! Bloody hell!
You never really wanted him getting it on the right side, do you? If it was on the left side, he can get his shot off.
Yeah, we do need to make some changes. There's literally, like I said, this half they've had that.
Yeah, you've got the obvious two with Bernardo and Foden.
Yeah.
But I think Walker might also be a shout, like you say, maybe for Zinchenko, putting Cancelo on the left, going to sort of a 3, pushing him Cancelo a lot higher up, getting Sterling a little bit more central.
Or we bring Aguero on and just tell him sit.
Yeah, that's the other option, isn't it?
Sit on Maguire and just sit there and occupy him.
He's on a yellow. Yep.
Yeah, let the midfielder and attackers do the legwork. You just sit on him and just find those spaces in between the two. Because we know what his finishing is generally like. Here we go. Edge of the area. Good. Well done, Raz.
Sterling.
Won it back.
The changes definitely coming soon.
We need to make a few changes. This isn't working. It's like here now. Won that ball back now. Gundogan's on the attack. They've got 6 players back.
Yep.
They've got 6 players back. There's nobody making Raz is making the edge of the box now.
You see Fernandinho on the back there telling everyone to get up the pitch.
Yeah, we've not isolated their centre backs 1-on-1 at all game. Oh,
another cross shot, half and half. Make it one or the other.
Yeah, we to be fair to United, they've defended really well, but we've not isolated any of our players 1-on-1 outside of the area, none whatsoever. There's not been a 1-on-1 or a 2-on-2. We haven't looked like that at all today.
Straight swap. Yeah. I did think it'd be very unfair to take Zinchenko off because
he's had a poor game today.
He's not had a good game, mate.
He hasn't. But that's not really. Is it really solving our issues right now? Might be.
Well, he's probably going to tell Zinchenko to push 10 yards up the pitch, or he's just going to say to Kyle, run up and down like an absolute train.
Yeah, maybe. I'd rather have Cancelo, to be fair, on the left, pushing into that midfield than Zinchenko. But like you said, it's hard because Zinchenko's not done a great deal wrong today. It's been on our right back area that we've been poor.
Yeah, but we knew from the beginning of the game that it would be their left hand side is their stronger side.
Yeah. I you know what? As much as I love him, I'd bring Gundogan off here. He looks like he's wandering.
Legs,
his legs have gone.
Played a lot of football as well. I know he's been rotated, but he's been the one who's probably played the most out of those midfielders.
Yeah, he has. Well, it's going to be difficult. This could be the first loss, and of all the players. I mean, I was talking to some friends today, and I just said, they were saying, "What do you think the score will be?" And I went, "Well, I said 2-0 on Friday." I said, "But you know what? I just keep getting that 3-2 City at Main Road at the Etihad
when we should have won the league.
We should have won the league, and
Sanchez played his only good game for Man United.
Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me if they go and do it again because their fans need some sort of bragging rights because
on the positive, mate,
they're going to win nothing this season.
On the positive, if we do lose this game, we've definitely kept Ollie in for the rest of the season. So you know what I mean. Small mercies and all that.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, a couple of the guys in the comments are saying, Kamal saying this is embarrassing, no fight, and Abdul is pretty much saying the same thing. There's no passion or desire at all today.
Foden is coming on.
Who for? Gundo?
Probably. It might even become De Bruyne. We'll wait and see. But Foden is waiting to come on.
Think it might be for Mahrez. Stick Raz on the right, put Foden on the left. Lots of options.
I'd keep Mahrez on, to be fair. I
would too. I just
say, what Kevin? Well, no, it wasn't. It was Zinny. That was
Jesus.
It's been good today, but another. And to be fair, apart from them hitting us on the break, which we knew would be a possible danger, they've not really troubled Edison.
No, not really. He's had 2 saves to make. One was a comfortable one. The other one was going wide, and he had it covered.
I mean, that was a foul on the edge of the area. I thought that was a foul on was it Martial or whoever it was? I thought it was a foul on the edge of the area. He played advantage. Is it Gundogan? I thought that was a foul there, but he played advantage. Good advantage. But good save from Edison.
He should have been doing better from there.
Yeah. Another chance, though. Another chance, and it come from us being sloppy, giving the ball away.
Yeah, it was a good save, though. Concede that. That's us completely done. Look at this. It's not even. This was the second time. What? It's not even remotely on the. You see where the ball is?
It's the edge of the ball. It can go on the line, can't it? That's what they look at.
It wasn't even remote. It was like 3 inches off the line. It's mental.
City finally. This will be the first time in the game.
4-on-3.
4-on-3 here. Give it. He's dicking about with it again. Oh, Jesus Christ almighty. Give the bastard ball to somebody. Want 1,000 bloody touches.
16 attempts. Doesn't feel like 16 attempts, does it? 5 on target.
That was 4-on-3 then, just running, holding onto the ball, Mahrez this time. Yep. Just give the ball. Rashford's on the ground. He's probably buying a little bit of time.
Oh, yeah, all the tactics will come in.
Yeah, he would do
it. We'd do the same, mate. We'd do the same.
Why are United Rags on here? What's up, Sir Charlie? Funny as fuck seeing you lot crying about how bad you're playing. That's why. Oh, yeah, you go. Hey, the language there, buddy. So see you later. Harris. Careful, MZ Harris. Gonna have to put you in a timeout, mate. Careful.
Yeah, just keep the language civil, boys. You know what I mean? You can have your laughs, but just be respectful and don't be a child, innit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's he doing there, though? Oh. But that's what Rashford gives him on their left, like just Gabby for Foden.
Gabby off. Yeah.
Who's going up top then? Is that Kevin? They're going to just stick Kevin up at the top end of the pitch.
They might put Raz in the centre and put Foden on the left, maybe.
Yeah, that's the thing about City is you see a substitution. You have so many options what we can do. You know.
Yeah.
That's him done.
Jeff says, this is poor by City, showing their defence isn't as good as first thought. Oh, come on, Jesus Christ. Let's not be overreactionary on this. Jesus. You know, we've been raving. I mean, that was a poor ball in from Kevin. We've been raving about the defence all season. Well, certainly since around about November, December time. We've been absolutely phenomenal. Just because we get beat one game or draw one game, let's not get overreactionary. Jesus Christ, some City fans are phenomenal. They are they blow my mind. They really do. That's why I hate doing these watch-alongs, because They're
That's just a reactionary thing of
unbelievable.
minutes,
Absolutely
yeah.
fright. Absolutely fright.
Like Kyle Doggo saying it's the worst game he's ever seen. I don't think he'd put his hand on his heart and say this is the worst game he's ever seen.
Worse than Leicester this season.
Yeah. Worse than Middlesbrough, mate. That's the worst game I ever see.
Oh, God, there's been hundreds and hundreds of
bad games. Yeah,
I've seen over my lifetime.
I've seen games with not even shots, let alone shots on targets, mate. Not even shots.
Yeah, absolutely. Come on, City fans, stop. You're starting to sound like rags and dippers.
It's annoying to lose to these buggers, but it is what it is at the end of the day.
And there's still 20 minutes to go. Let's not be all precious. I don't know what's going on here with Ollie and Ollie's. Where's Ollie going there?
In your technical area, mate.
Don't know what that's all about, but
don't know.
Anyway, Rashford's off, looks injured. Greenwood is on.
Ross is saying, Andy Kurt, please chainsaw me and turn my telly off as well. Oh dear.
Absolutely. Yeah, but it's been a tough one today. It's not like if United were absolutely phenomenal and you're going, you're fair play to them. It's been passing domination has been City, but two very, very poor mistakes. But fair play to United, they took their.
I was going to say the things you got to give
chances.
Yeah, of course. Things you got to give credit for United is they pressed really well in the first half, and they took the chances when they had them, which is their game plan, right? And like you say, when you concede a goal so early, it completely changes they probably weren't too excited to play this game, and then a minute in the game, they're pumped up,
Yeah, and they can always sit and just hit on the counter attack, which is what they've done really, really well. But I think through poor attention,
I just think when you're playing against counter-attacking teams, the midfielders have got to be willing to take the yellows to break.
It's Foden. Foden's running at the edge of the area, plays out wide to Mahrez. Mahrez plays an overlap. Kevin Foden. Oh! This is the difference. That's almost like Luke Shaw, who scored. We've just not hit the target. We've just not been clinical enough.
We had those two sort of cross shots, didn't we, from Gabi and Mahrez? Yeah. This one here, we had the shot from Gundogan.
Yeah, great.
It's not like we're not creating chances.
Is it that 10 yards wide?
Yeah, that's shot poor.
Not even making the keeper work there.
One of those where you think where the goal is, and then you swipe it a bit. He's cut across that completely.
But we've had 3 or 4 of those today, and whether it be no power, whatever, straight at the keeper. But I don't think we've been up front. I don't think we've been anywhere near our finishing best. Which, to be fair, the amount of chances to goals we've scored this season, we haven't been phenomenal up front like we have been in the past. But we've just managed to get over the line in some games in particular. Today we've, one shot was it Rodri's shot against crossbar. I think Henderson's had fairly routine saves to make, if I'm being honest. I don't think he's had anything major to do. But fair play to United, they've defended very well. You look at that there. That's a simple ball over the top. They've got a runner now with James going against Walker, which you can see straight away. Now, if that would have been Walker against, that would have been Cancelo against James, that ball would have gone to James. He would have got that ball. But the fact Walker was back so quick, they ended up coming inside, and City have won the ball back for a goal kick. And that's been the difference today. Certainly, I think now Shaw's having his usual. So let's waste 5 minutes. I'm injured as well.
Wouldn't surprise me. Their left-hand side worked really hard for United.
They have worked well. Just looking at Pep, I don't know whether he's going to make another change or he's having a word with Mike Dean possibly there about How long's this one going to take? But home results here against United, April 0-0, lost 2-3, won 3-1, lost 2-1, and lost 1-0, and now losing 2-0. He's not had a good record against United, Pep. One win in the Premier League. Is that a poor record?
Well, we've got a good away record at United as well. It seems to be the away team wins in the derby these days. I think it's just the way to the setup, because when they're at home, they have the impetus. They've got to play a bit more. When they're away, they can do their 10 men behind the ball, counter-attacking, and then saying they're a good footballing team, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Putting out just fast forwards. Go on, Walker.
I would still like, I know it's only 12 minutes or so to go, but I would still like Sergio to come on.
Ross says, look on the bright side, we've still got a better coloured kit, and that is most certainly correct. Most certainly correct, mate.
And we've got cagoules.
Yeah, we got it all, mate. Like Charlie says, we're still 11 points clear when we lose.
We said that before.
Credit in the bank, mate. At the end of the day, we've put ourselves in a position where I'd rather, if we're going to be losing games for the rest of the season, I'd rather them be in the league when we've got that lead than be in a knockout competition, be the cup final or the FA Cup or the Champions League. You know, sometimes you need a loss to reset the levels. You know. Bring people down a peg, mate. You know what I mean?
And the important stuff is coming up soon.
That's what I'm saying. Get it out the way now.
Champions League, League Cup final, those type of things. Oh, edge of the area, Rodri.
Oh, almost. That was almost a really nice, cute ball there.
Nearly, but
I would have gone for the shot for me, but you know.
Walker, what a ball!
How
has he missed that? How has he missed that? For fuck's sake, it's just typical. Poor Raz. I mean, it's like just shocking again.
Look at this run, though. Look at it. Look at the run.
It's a brilliant run, but he should score. He should score. That's the part.
It's so annoying, isn't it? It frustrates me so much. The run was so good. He's too fast.
It's just,
and it just goes through his legs.
I know. It's that is. He's not scored in his previous 22 appearances against United. It just shows you that's his problem. I mean, for as much as I love Raz, I mean, if that's Aguero, his eyes stay on the ball and he plays the pass into the net.
Yeah, that's the difference, isn't it?
Yeah, his body action, his movement, he plays the ball into the net regardless of whether Shaw or whoever gets it. Raz there is looking at the player in front of him. And
what was that, Foden?
Yeah.
To be fair, I've been quite impressed with Rodri today. I think he's had quite a good game. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't think he's had anything to do with the goals, right?
Sergio's not coming on because he's
not even warming up.
No, he's sat there.
You reckon he's gonna get the start at Gladbach? That's what I think.
Yeah, probably.
I think that's his game for minutes. He looks miserable, mate. Look at him.
Well, his top derby scorers, Aguero and Rooney, both on 8. I bet he's thinking of that.
Come on, boys.
No record, but it's out wide to Foden. I just wish we would have started Foden today. I'll be honest with you, but
that's the thing with our squad, though, mate. Whatever lineup Pep picks, if you don't win the game, people will say it's a selection error. That's
of course. I think today has been 2 sloppy pieces of defending have cost us, but then. It's fair play to United. They defended well.
Yeah, they stuck to their game plan. Did a bit. Come on.
It was into that. It wasn't at his head level to head it, and it wasn't.
That's just it. It's just that little bit, you know, that little bit off. That little bit together, we could have had 3 goals quite easily in this game.
Good ball inside Gundo. Good ball. Good ball, but not quite. Yeah, but they're on the break with James again. Inside, nobody marking Martial. Zinchenko's got back round. And now...
Look at Fred just running off Kevin. Finally gets back in.
Yeah, Rodri gets the ball back. A bit of a touch there. I think it was maybe Zinchenko. He has, but Rodri's bringing it out. Come on, City, commit. Rodri plays it back to Gundogan. onto Kevin inside, and it's all just slowed down now. They've just got 8 players behind the ball. Like
Oh yeah, of course. It's 80 minutes in, 2-0 up away. Would it be silly?
Well, they've done it from the first whistle. They've got
of course they have.
8 players behind the ball. At one point there was 9. Most of the game they've got back into position really, really well.
Yeah.
I think James in particular mentioned him down the left-hand side. I think James and Shaw today have done very well for United. James hasn't done a great deal going forward, but he's
cut Sterling out the game in the first half. Stonesy up there playing centre forward. Feel bad for the lad. He's been absolutely superb tonight. Absolutely superb.
He's been our man of the match for me. I think he's been brilliant. What we got here? The away team usually wins away. Noah says the game would have been different if Man United didn't get the penalty again. Well, we don't know that, do we?
Yeah,
we don't.
If and buts and maybes, mate, isn't it?
We don't know, but they did get the pen. I mean, I'm sure a lot of teams this season where we've won 2-1 or 1-0 would have said, "Oh,
go on,
Gundogan, Mahrez cuts inside into Kevin inside the area."
There's too many people inside. You have to go outside.
Defending well again, United. Gundogan. It's a corner.
It's a corner.
What?
Are you brain dead?
Oh my God!
Moron. Absolute moron.
Unbelievable.
If it's come off our player, why is it going away from him?
We'll see it slow motion here. Was it or wasn't it? Did he get? Was it a great decision? No, it's a corner.
It's a corner.
Absolutely pathetic.
If he's trying to Cruyff turn it, how's it going to the corner flag? Come on, use common sense.
Pathetic. Still having a go at Taylor now. Absolutely pathetic. I mean, he's a crap ref anyway, but it is what it is. It's no excuses for today.
John Waters saying losing to Man United is like smelling another person's fart.
Look, last 10 minutes, 79% possession.
Yeah. Stones our attacker. The lad's tried his art out. I completely agree with you, Ross, mate. Poor bloke. Sorry about that, Andy.
Ross was just saying there, if they'd not scored 2, we wouldn't be losing.
That is so true. Oh, God, Sterling! What was that?
Oh, my Lord. I give up. I do.
It's one of those, mate. It's one of those days, boys. It's one of those days.
It is.
And they have to come.
And you know the reason why again, and this is why Raz is not a natural goal scorer. He knows he can score loads of times.
That was so bad.
It's the fact of he's watching the ball, but he's watching the player in front of him again. If he just focus on the ball, the flight of the ball, and thinks,
but that's the difference between that's the difference between a striker and a winger, though, isn't it? The winger's more thinking about the run and the movement, and the striker's more thinking about the ball and the goal. You know?
Yeah, and then hold on,
Abdullah saying the players have let Pep down today. I think there's a few players that let Pep down today. I don't know if it was the whole team. No worries, mate. Under the referee's uniform, he's got a Man United shirt on. Yeah, probably, mate. But I don't know about refs. It is what it is. If we would have taken our chances, we'd be.
Sorry, my Sky Q box was going to go into sort of stand back.
The same mine was the other minute ago, mate, as well.
Yeah, it did. It's been on. My lad was watching the Liverpool game earlier. So, that's a foul. That'll be a foul. But that's the difference between two. The ball, a ball comes across. Sterling's so focused on, Maguire's in front of me, or whoever Lindelof was in front of him, and he slips, and it's like, a quick reaction. The ball's there instead of following the flight of the ball and thinking it's coming to me, and then he's headed it away, or he's done that, whatever. Yeah. Completely different.
You only get those instincts when you're playing years and years.
When you're a striker. Yeah, when you're a striker. Yeah.
You've been doing it all your life. But
Kevin,
come on, Kevin.
Free kick. Again, I think, I'll be honest with you, I think Kevin's had a poor game today.
I think he's been very poor, yeah.
I think he's not been anything like Kevin De Bruyne.
It's just coming back as well. I thought the game was a bit too early for him. I would have had him at Glab. Chances, but it's
like that all game, hasn't it? It's been like that all game. It's just been slim margins. It's those inches, as they said as Al Pacino said in Any Given Sunday. It's those little 1 inches, those inches in front of your eyes, those little tiny bits that make the difference in the game. And today hasn't been our day. I think fair play to United. I think United have been absolutely solid at the back overall. They've done really well. And they've really looked dangerous on the counter-attack, which Roy Keane did say at half-time. He said they'll still get chances in the second half on the counter, which, unfortunately, we've given them, we've gifted them those chances.
But that's what Pep was saying about in the defence. I remember I can't remember if it was a presser or an interview. He was just saying that we're not gifting people goals anymore. And obviously tonight we did do that, so it's just one of those. But Michael's saying we've seen this over the years against United. Old school, don't get too down. 30 points to play for now. Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, it's crap to lose to United, and it's crapper to lose at home to United. But the reality is, we're still top of the table. We're still in every competition. We've got a Champions League game midweek. No, next week. Sorry, is it this week? I can't even remember, to be honest. It's this week, isn't it? It's this week. But yeah, so we've got a lot to play for. The Champions League's this week, right, Oz? Or is it next week?
No, I think is it the week after?
I can't even remember, to be honest with you, mate.
I don't know. I've hardly looked at any football apart from Friday Night Social. I've been working all week. Kevin.
No, it's the week after. Yes,
I think it's Southampton. 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 I think is
Southampton
this week coming.
Lots of other games to play for. Lots left to play for. The thing about this is trying to get over it and move on quickly and bounce back and spank who we play next.
Joseph says, I couldn't care less. Anthony Martial's got the man of the match. Not sure about that, but we're winning 2 cups minimum this season. We have Southampton, Fulham, and then
Gladbach. Yep, you're correct.
Week after. Michael Phoenix, Southampton this week. Yeah. Anyways, trust them to draw or lose to West Ham United next. Who knows? Not interested in what the Rags do. But all along, I groom slaves. There you go. I mean, just for the very nature of your name, you can go and jog on, you absolute whopper. But anyway, KDB's been poor today, says Ross. I think Luke Shaw deserved man of the match. He would have been up there with me, I must admit. I thought Luke Shaw's had a very good game today. Rashford was, up until his injury, ran at us really well. I think Matt Tominey's done well today for them. He's covered a lot. He's done a real Fernandinho role today. Again, Kevin De Bruyne giving the ball away like sloppily. I mean, this is not a Kevin De Bruyne that we've seen. I can't remember as bad a game I've seen from Kevin De Bruyne for a long time. A long time. He's been that poor today. He's been really poor. Whether he still deserves to be on the pitch is up for debate, but especially when you've got Bernardo Silva on. I mean, he looks knackered. Looking at him now, he looks like he's just... maybe he's just still taking his time coming back from the injury, but James is on the outside of Stones. Go on, Johnny Stones. Go on, Johnny Stones.
Not getting past the Bristol.
There you go. Tackles in. Johnny Stones. And he wins the ball back for a throw-in. Johnny Stones, for me, has been absolutely
man of the match, yeah. No question of a doubt.
Absolutely brilliant today, John Stones.
He was the one who calmed everyone down in the first phase of the game. Progressive balls. Trying to do with it.
But no, credit has to go to United today. We have to be magnanimous in the... it's 5 minutes of extra time in defeat today. They've done it. They ruined my party at the Etihad when they beat us 3-2. And I'm not saying there's any party today, but it's a derby. But they've deserved it today. And I think, like I said at the beginning, we've got such a cushion. Is that going to play a part between how we came and approached this game today? And we've sort of, even as fans, we were saying, well, if it was a draw, we'd take a draw, but it's not. It's a defeat.
Sometimes
I'll be honest. I'm just glad this whole
record things. I was just going to make that comment, mate. I'm glad to. I'm
not into all of those. You know, 6 more wins and we'll be the best team in the world. So I'm not. I don't buy into all that.
Well, I said in my vlog the other day. it's all relative as well. You can only really compare streaks relative to the era you're in. You know, like I said, Ajax running a 70 isn't comparable to our run now in the Premier League. It's just not.
But not only that. I mean, you're talking about. I think who's got the biggest run. I think it's Cordoba in Mexico, and it's like what?
Yeah, I think it was like TNS.
So we have to be TNS. We have to beat those teams to be considered a great. No,
it's one of it's the same thing with the whole Club World Cup rubbish.
No, but it's been today. It's been a good performance by United. It's been a poor performance by City overall. Been several players at Man City today who have just not had a good game whatsoever. And it is what it is. But thankfully, we have got a big cushion, and it's not. I don't think it'll make much of a change.
Maybe 5 days rest was a couple days too many, mate.
Yeah, maybe. So used to playing every 3-4 days.
Yeah, like I said earlier on, though, that the positives that you can take away from the loss is we can just focus and it brings people back down to earth a little bit.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Sometimes people can get up their own arse a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Start smelling their own wasset, you know. So
yeah, I agree. Mind the gap, Man United. There you go, Jack Lee. There's still a massive.
Yeah, mate.
There still is.
Double figures still.
Oh God, yeah.
Brilliant position to be in.
It is.
I would just love to see get at least a goal, boys. A bit of consolation, a bit of something. Where was this pressing 60 minutes ago?
Yeah, that. I was just going to say there we had 3 players pressing one. You know,
the first time we pressed correctly all game.
Yeah. It's not been there today for whatever reason. Don't know whether they're tired. Don't know whether it's too many games. Don't know whatever. I'm not really bothered about that. But it's not been there for whatever reason today. And I think, to be fair, give Ollie some credit. He's got his setup right. I don't think we've helped ourselves today. Both goals came from poor mistakes from us. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. They've looked pretty comfortable at the back.
They defended really narrow, getting players back into position quickly, which is always difficult to do in the
game. And another thing, you know, look there, Mara's giving the ball away. I mean, really cheaply, and they're on the break again. Again, James using his pace to drive forward. 2 players free at the back, big balls going over the top, but Walker, well played, Cal. I mean, that shows his class there.
He's not having it.
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that. And for me, it's 2 mistakes, two poor mistakes. And if I was Stones and Diaz today, and probably Zinchenko, I'd look at it going, you know, all these clean sheets, and then we've been giving away two poor bits of play that have been nothing to do with us. Because Stones and Diaz for the second goal were covering Shaw. And the first goal, Gabby getting back. Gabby getting back and making the foul for the penalty. Stones and Diaz were covering that, and then the second half, Shaw's goal, not really much to do with Stones and Diaz again. But fair play to United. They'll have the bragging rights for the next week. But a shot is.
Come! City's game today, isn't it? That's City's game.
They're calling for a handball. Don't know whether he's going to review it or not, but they're shouting for a handball. But if it's Anthony Taylor, it's not going to go upstairs. He's been a terrible referee.
Ross is saying, I think we'll win the league on goal difference.
Hey, we can't get relegated, mate.
Exactly, mate. We broke the
that's the main thing. Oh, hold on. Oh no,
he's whistled for the
another good header. Defended well today, United. Fair play to them. That's the final whistle. United City 0, United 2. Pep, I think, he'll be a bit angry. I think he'll be a bit angry on a number of performances tonight. Rather than a collective, we can take a defeat, but I think he'll be a little bit annoyed at 1 or 2 players in that dressing room afterwards, and don't be surprised if he has a very long talk with them, just to sort of say, I really thought Pep wanted, I said it on the Friday night, so I think Pep is a person that wants records and he
Oh, of
wants.
course he does.
I think
top managers have to have their ego, don't you?
Yeah, of course, absolutely. And I think he'd be disappointed in the mistakes and everything we made tonight. But the saving grace is we weren't 3 or 4 points ahead of United. We were so far ahead of them that this really is just about bragging rights.
The reality is they won the battle, but we're going to win the war. That's the reality of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not nice to lose, but like I said to you, I'd rather lose in the league where we've got a big gap than in these competitions where it's just one game and you're done. Tonight showed, I think, for me, like I remember in the Friday Night Social when I was last on, I brought up about the selection of the big games, making the right 11. And I think we're probably when a lot of people are going to, like I said to you earlier, when we don't win, it'll be the selection is wrong. Maybe not that the players let Pep down in certain regards. So it's a bit of a half and half for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Joseph says the titles are ours, so all I can do is smile.
Exactly, mate.
Walter said today our balls dropped off. Cheer up, Liverpool lost the game. I can't believe Liverpool
Fulham
against Fulham. 6 games on the run at home. I mean, that's frightening.
Mental, isn't it?
They're going to struggle now, aren't they?
They might be in that Confederations Cup next year, mate.
They could well be. Well, as it stands at the moment, City are goal difference plus 37, 65 points. United are second, 54 points, plus 23. Leicester third, 53, 16 goal, plus 16. Chelsea fourth, 47, plus 17. Everton, 46. I still think I said Everton. I think Everton are going to get in that top 4 with plus 6. And I think Liverpool were down to, was it 7th or 8th there? It just went off. Yeah, interesting. Good win for United today. There's not a lot you can say about that. Fair play. Thought, like I said, defended well. We made 2 very, very sloppy mistakes for their goals, but we have to take it on the chin. Like you say, bigger fish to fry. We've got so many points in the bag so far, 11 points clear. And we've got Champions League. We've got finally the Carabao Cup. We've got the FA Cup. But it is bragging rights. And that's the thing. So for those who are working with rags and everything else, then sorry.
Condolences.
If you're old school, you had to take it for decades and decades. If you're new school, you have to suck it up and learn. And this run won't go on forever. There will be a turnaround because natural cycles come around in football. And City are not going to be there for the next 20 years as being the top dogs in Manchester. United will come back because of their backings. But fair play to United today. Defended really well for me and took their chances when we didn't. We were a little bit sloppy and off the pace. But Kurt, are you around for the next 10 minutes?
Yeah, I'm around for a little bit longer, mate.
Okay.
I just wanted to say that these are an example of.
Can I just come off here and just leave you for 10 minutes? Is
yeah,
all right?
No worries, mate. No worries.
No problem. I'll be back in a minute.
I just wanted to say that I think this game in particular is an example for the rest of our season in these big games that mistakes and individual errors can really cost us. And when we go for these finals, these Champions League knockout games, these late FA Cup rounds, we've really got to keep on it and make sure we minimize the mistakes we made, because they didn't really create much outside of the mistakes we give them. Granted, they didn't need to because they were ahead, but yeah, it was a real tough one. I'm disappointed to lose, but with the way the guys have been performing all season, you got to expect there's 1 or 2 bad ones going to come. Sean saying Sean Wright Phillips with Scholes and Owen, poor lad, he's speaking a lot of sense. Yeah, poor bugger, stuck with them. Sean saying I got school there with 4 Man United fans. Sorry, lad, sorry. Here's what it is. I had to take my pelters when I was a nipper, mate. Stuck full of rags everywhere. Mark saying we were bobbins. Yeah, I think we created a lot of chances. It just wasn't coming off for us tonight. It just wasn't coming off. Dupe saying I'm crying right now, mate. Yeah, it's all right. We're still top of the league and in every competition, mate. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, it's the away fixture, isn't it? This derby seems to be for the most part. Noah's saying people who I go to school with in Leeds support Man U. They all call City plastic. They also give me grief for being a Leeds fan. Yeah, it's just what United do, innit? Give everyone grief for being whatever, innit? We've got a super chat from Mingy1. Hello, mate. I haven't seen you on in a while. Hope you're doing well, mate. He says, hi, Andy, Chris, Kurt, Tom. How are you guys doing? I'm doing really well, apart from us obviously losing just now. But other than that, I'm doing really well. Thank you for your super chat, mate. And I hope you're doing good and all that good stuff, mate. Eddie Brownhill says, wants comments on Sterling and Gabby. I thought Gabby was quite poor today. I think the mistake he made very early on clearly affected him, and he didn't have a particularly good game. I thought Sterling was all right. I thought he got drowned out in the first half, a little bit more with it in the second half. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Wasn't his best performance, but I didn't think he had a particularly poor game. But yeah, I think Gabby didn't have a great game. Leonard saying, is just Gabby didn't have to do that. Yeah, he didn't have to do it. Yeah, it's just sometimes when you get players really wanting to do stuff, sometimes they make mistakes by trying too hard. You know what I mean? It's like when you're trying to chat to a girl and you like them too much and you're trying too hard and it comes off wrong. You know what I mean? David's saying 100% agree with me, Kurt. Yeah, that's just what I think. Ross saying, night, lads, good show. Cheers, mate. Yeah, I'm going to have an early night tonight. I think we'll all hit the hay. Hit the hay. You've got all the United fans coming in. Well, congratulations to you, boys. Well played for the 3 points. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You've got to take your medicine when it comes, mate. And it is what it is. Stephen Dempsey saying he 100% blames Pep for today's performance. Got a couple of rags on, like it is what it is. You got let them have their fun, mate. They won the Manchester derby this time round. Yep, Jack Lee agrees with Stephen that he thinks it's on Pep for today. Blue Heart saying better team won. City were a bit passionless today. KDB not on it yet. We're much better than this performance, but United did us. Yeah, I pretty much agree with everything you said. I think for me, yeah, KDB was really poor today. Really, really poor, in my opinion. Warren Smith's on. Hello, mate. He says KDB was dreadful for the last few games. Since he's come back, he's disrupted the flow of the team. We've been letting in goals, narrowly winning games. 4-1 Wolves flattered us midweek. I can see where you're coming from when you make those comments about Kevin De Bruyne. I think we had a lot more fluidity with him out of the team, but I think it's just a case of he needs a few games to get back to his rhythm, you know? He says, where's Martin today? He brings good luck. Yeah, Martin's taking a bit off from the channel because he's obviously with COVID and his work is having a lot to do. But he's still on. He still jumps in the chat and stuff and says hello from time to time. So I'm sure if he's next on, you can jump in and say hello to him. Why no Sergio Aguero? Why? I don't know, mate. I can only assume he's starting midweek. Killian's bloody gutted. Yeah, I'm gutted too, mate. Bernardo, Walker and Foden should have started today 100%. I think you're going to find probably a lot of people in agreement with you there, Warren. I always say trust in Pep, and I'm always happy whatever decision he makes up. I wasn't too unhappy rather with the lineup at the beginning of the game, but you know, I think the players we had out on the pitch today should have won that game, but we made mistakes. United took their chances, and we didn't take ours. He says, don't be depressed. You could be a Liverpool fan like me. I'm not depressed, mate. Like I said, you know what it's like. Losing to a rival sucks. But at the end of the day, we're still top of the league. We're still in all these competitions. We're still playing great football. And we just had a bit of an off day. And then our rivals played well. So credit to them. It is what it is. Section says, I'm crying. We're only 11 points ahead now. What will we do? I know we're gonna have to tuck ourselves into bed real early tonight and think about how we're going to get over it. Scott Williams saying, give the Rags 5 minutes of glory. They'll be saying that they're in no title race. Bless their cotton socks. 6 out of 10 from the Blues today. Yeah, pretty much spot on with what you said, mate. We've got Real Deal V saying, all the oil money you spent on that team and you couldn't beat a Norwegian Alan Pardew. Yeah, something like that, mate. I think calling him a Norwegian Alan Pardew is probably a bit generous, though, to be fair. I hope we draw United in the FA Cup if we beat Everton. I'm happy to beat anyone in the Cup. I love the domestic competitions, always have done. Even when we were bobbins in them. Afshan says you're still winning the league, mate. More than likely, we're still in the league. That's why I'm not too upset tonight. Like I said, it's not nice to lose, but I've seen plenty worse in my time. City were very tight on top of each other in the start, and so we'd have to blame Pep for tactics. But KDB, Jesus, Gundogan were not good enough. I agree with you with KDB and Jesus, but I disagree with you there, Killen, on Gundogan. I think Gundogan had an okay game. I didn't think he played too badly personally. David's saying, I hope when it comes to the big game, Peps doesn't overcomplicate it. Otherwise, we'll get punished. Today was just a reminder, but I still believe pretty much exactly what you're saying there, mate. I completely agree with you. We made Luke Shaw look like Roberto Carlos. To be fair, Luke Shaw's probably been one of the best left backs in the league this season. So I always say credit where credit's due, and he's turned it around, because for a long time he looked bobbins, right? Stephen saying Bernardo should have started in the second half instead of KDB. I don't think Pep was ever going to hook KDB at halftime. I would have liked to see Bernardo start. I thought the game would come a bit too early for Kevin personally, but it's one of those. We've got so many good players and so many options. There's always going to be someone who's unhappy with the lineup. That's just the reality of it. My team should have been Walker, Stones, Diaz, Zinni, Fernandinho, Bernardo, Cancelo, Foden, Aguero, and Mahrez. Yeah, it's all shoulda, coulda, wouldas after the fact, isn't it, mate? It's always that way. Michael Feeney saying, thanks, Andy and Kurt, for doing the watch-along. Bad result, but you did a great watch-along, and well done to United. They were better than us, and you give respect to our rivals, win, lose, or draw. That's completely correct, mate. Thanks for your support. I always enjoy reading your comments, mate. You always leave some nice comments and interactions. It's nice to see you on the live, mate. You all right, mate?
Yes, back. Yeah, back. What's going on here?
I was hoping the same, mate. I was hoping from some magic from Morris as well, but today it just wasn't meant to be.
Jackson. No, I think there were too many players, I think, below form, weren't they? You look at the likes of Kevin De Bruyne, Cancelo, Gundogan wasn't great. Gabby, it's a bit all over the place. Raz missing so many chances. But it is what it is. But at the end of the day, got to keep looking forward. We are top of the league, 11 points clear. And so far up to this point today, we've been absolutely raving about Man City.
That's what I've been saying. That's what I've been saying to the guys in the chat. I think a lot of them are echoing that. They're disappointed. A lot of people. I think quite a few people are disappointed in selection. But I said to the guys, the reality is when you have two quality players in every position, every lineup, there's going to be people that are disappointed with the lineup or think a certain lineup would have been better. It's just the reality is we won how many games in a row with Pep selections? It's just one of those. Yeah, it's difficult. What's Tom saying? He said,
sorry, I just was bringing it up there. Yeah, I told everyone 4 weeks ago that KDB shouldn't be starting when he returned. If that didn't show you that he's not playing well, I don't know what does. Cancelo was poor. He should be dropped too. Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, Tom, Cancelo was poor. I thought Kevin De Bruyne was poor today. But you know,
it's evident we're trying to play him back into form, right?
Yeah. We've got some big games coming up at the moment, and Cancelo has been excellent. And I don't think he deserves to be dropped, but he had a poor game today. You have to call it on the game itself, not about what things. We need Kevin De Bruyne. The thing is that Kevin De Bruyne is a world-class midfielder. You get into any team in world football. And we know how important he is, and he needs games to get back to fitness. Today, I thought he was poor. Overall, we're not doing ratings, but I would probably give him a 4 or a 5. I thought he was that poor today. Same with Cancelo, but Cancelo has got, like we said about points in the bag, he's got stuff in the bag because he's been so good lately. But we can only call it on the game itself today. And I think we need Kevin De Bruyne back.
We've seen it all season when we've had injured players come back. They've taken a wee little while. When I know it was different circumstances with Kyle because he had COVID, but he was dodgy for the first few days.
He was.
Dodgy, like not good. So it's just difficult. This season's such a weird season.
I wouldn't drop Cancelo because he's been so good.
I don't even think there is dropping anymore, mate.
No, I think
in the season where you're playing every 3 days, it's permanent rotation.
Yeah, and I think all players are entitled to have an off day. Sadly, what tends to happen in games like this is that too many players today from Man City had off days. I didn't think Gundo was great. I I didn't think Kevin was great. I didn't think Cancelo was great. I don't think Gabby was great. I thought Raz was. If you had to look at it in isolation, in retrospect, looking back at the game, missed 2 or 3 very good chances again. I didn't think Raz, of all the runs he made in the first half and in the second half, he made again brilliant runs, but not clinical enough. But he is a winger. I just think there were too many players today overall as a collective that were just not. They weren't a 7 out of 10. And that's what if you get City players. Most of them, if not all of them, are 7 out of 10, with the odd 2 or 3 at 8 out of 10. That level is right up here. And today, I think there were too many 5s and 6s across the pitch, with 1 or 2 8s. I thought Zinchenko did well. I thought Stones was exceptional. Diaz didn't do much wrong, but Stones just was a real step ahead of Diaz tonight with his reading of the game. But there were too many 5s and 6s at City today for me, and that was the problem. United, lots of 7s and 8s for me, and that's the difference between the two. It was a derby, but you've got to listen where we are in the league. It's almost like we could forgive the bragging rights for the next week or two. Over it as much, but we've got to be positive of where we are. We've been raving about Man City, raving about City and where we've been. 21 games unbeaten, 14 points clear. Final of the Carabao Cup, still in with the FA Cup. Next round, next leg of the Champions League with Mönchengladbach 2-0 up. I mean, come on. Let's not be Liverpool and United fans.
We had good chances in this game. It's just
we did.
It's just they didn't come off. It's just that simple. Sometimes, if Sterling had his shooting boots on, he scores one with the header and he puts one that pretty much a tap in.
Yeah.
Mahrez on another day puts that bottom right for the goal.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm just watching back the Shaw goal there. I mean,
you see what I'm talking about with Kevin De Bruyne. I don't know if you watched it.
No, because I was looking down then, but I'm just...
if he shows you it full again, just when you see it, have a watch. Because I don't know if I'm just being overly critical. That's why I just want to have a look at it, because I just thought we could have taken him down.
I will watch it again. But Ozzy says, Section says, Ozzy, we usually play so high up the pitch, we're always going to be susceptible to a good counter team. We were last season, weren't we? But I think this season, we were last season, especially with the likes of Liverpool and things. But I just think, they're talking through the Shaw goal now, so sounds off. I'm going to watch it. Henderson plays, he went to feint, he throws a brilliant ball out there, Shaw. Right, this is the point. Cancelo shouldn't be making that move.
Look at Kevin there.
Yeah, he could have clipped his heels. He could have
grabbed his shoulder. Could have done.
He could have done something, but still.
I'm not putting the blame at him. I just feel like when you play against counter-attacking teams, that's the most imperative thing.
One second. I mean, to be fair. Yeah, I mean,
I would have slid and cropped the guy.
You're right. It's going back to that Giggs run into in that 99.
You just take him out.
Take him out, and we said that in the first half. We said that in the first half, didn't we? I still don't think we should be put in that position. Cancelo going into when he's marking a player, leaves him and tries to intercept a ball. He's never ever going to win. Led to Shaw making a 40-yard run. And Kevin De Bruyne could have clipped it down, but we shouldn't be put in that position anyway. If Cancelo doesn't make his run and stays with his right back, De Bruyne naturally comes across to that side and Shaw doesn't go anywhere. He just plays the ball inside.
Exactly.
But maybe he should have.
The reality in the counter-attacks is you're supposed to slow down the play and allow people to get back into position. What Cancelo did was try to challenge the ball on account on their when they're already breaking. It's just mad.
And left his.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He should be running backwards with the runner and letting the man run at him and letting the midfielders get back into position.
Yeah, but then again, if that would have been Ferner,
it wouldn't have happened. Yeah,
it would have been off because we said that in the first half, didn't we? We said if that would have been Ferner, he would have pulled him back, and it would have been a yellow card. Well, if that was Ferner again, would Ferner have taken a red card? I don't know, but anyway, let's see who else is on. We've got nearly 80 people on. Warren Smith says we need a bastard like Fernandinho in the middle for a game like today. He would have been in my team. He would have been in my team on Friday night. That's not to say Pep picked the wrong team. I just thought there were a couple of decisions today that led to their goals that were poor, which we wouldn't normally expect on this run. Because let's face it, how many clean sheets have we had? How good has Rodri and Fernandinho and other players been this season? So it's a one-off game where too many players for me were just below par. I don't know about you, Kurt.
I completely agree with you. It's a game. Let's be real. If they don't get a penalty in the first minute, the game's just a completely different game. And I never like to be the guy that comes on and just goes if, buts, ands, and maybes. The reality is they did score the goal, and our game plan. I thought our game plan was quite good, and it's just when it came to our chances, we just didn't take them. Mahrez, it hits and slices outward. Foden has an opportunity, should put it in bottom left, puts it wide. Sterling has a header, heads it back across wherever. We could have scored 4 or 5 today. We really could have.
Well.
We could have had 4 or 5 opportunities to score goals.
We have 4 or 5 good, decent opportunities that
more than a half chance. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, would you say Luke Shaw should have scored from his position?
No, I think it was similar to the Foden one. They're probably similar level of chances.
Yeah. So it's not like we had like brilliant. Well, I think no. To be fair, I think Raz had 2 very good chances today. So Tom says, read back what I said. What I've just said, mate. As captain, you take the blame for your team's performance. The whole team was poor. But as captain, you should take the blame. Who's that about? Who was captain? Was it KDB?
Yeah, KDB.
So we have to blame everything on Kevin De Bruyne today, even though he didn't make the tackle on. He didn't make the tackle on Gabby's tackle, and he certainly didn't let Luke Shaw run 40 yards. Well, didn't let Luke Shaw intercept it. I wouldn't say we just
the way I see it.
One player today. I think it's a culmination of.
I think the way I see it, mate, is I think three players had good games. I think 3 or 4 players had poor games, and I think the rest were indifferent.
Yeah, I agree with it. I agree with that. Kamal says Jesus needs to take a long, good look at himself tonight. Yeah, can't give a side who parts the bus a 1-0 advantage within 2 minutes. Listen, Kamal. He was disappointed after it, and he saw his reaction. If you're watching it when they scored, I mean, he put his hands over his head, and he knew he'd made an absolute cock up. And it was just a cock up. He shouldn't have been challenging there.
Shouldn't have even been doing the tracking.
Yeah,
back. He was trying to affect the game so early, wasn't he?
But then if he would have won the ball back, we would have gone typical Pep, innit? Lose the ball, wins it back within 4 seconds, 5 seconds, 6 seconds, and so
that's just football in general, though, innit? If it goes a different way, you have a different opinion.
How many times have we seen Fernandinho in the box lately win the ball back where we've gone, he got a touch on that. A little bit of missed timing. It's a penalty. And we could be talking about Fernandinho here going, what's he doing?
Oh, Fernandinho, any player could have made the mistake, but it's disappointing when you've got 4 players around the guy and there's just no reason to make the challenge. That's where the disappointment comes from.
Yeah, it wasn't like he was one-on-one with the keeper and things. Stones and Diaz both were in front of him, and
he was running parallel to the goal. It wasn't like he was running out the goal,
Yeah, it was disappointing. But he will know tonight. Rory Grant obviously is another who doesn't know where Trafford is when it comes to Manchester. Can't be a local lad. Sean Fogarty, KDB should be dropped for Southampton on Wednesday night. Dropped, maybe. Maybe he will be. Maybe Pep might drop him and go, you need some more time off, maybe. Foden hasn't started 3 games in a row, starting for the derby. Yeah, I thought I thought he would have started, but he didn't. It was good not to see Bubblegum and Foden started. Yeah, but I mean, it's easy to say after the game, isn't it? You know, if we won 2-0 today, would people be making comments going, I was gutted I didn't see Foden and Bernardo today? Probably not, because you go, well, Pep got it right. Did Pep wrong? I think the mistakes were down to the players today, not Pep.
The only thing you can level at the selection pre-game is that you would assume that Rashford and Shaw would get joy against Mahrez and Cancelo. That would be the only criticism. But then you're saying to Cancelo, I believe that you have the capability and I give you the responsibility to do that job. And Cancelo let him down today. Didn't have a great game.
Yeah.
And it wasn't for the want of trying. Cancelo was obviously trying. It just was making poor decisions and it wasn't coming off. The same as Kevin De Bruyne. He had a couple really nice passes. He was trying to make things happen, so they just weren't coming off. But that doesn't mean we're not allowed to say that they were poor because they didn't come off, you know?
Yeah, of course.
One of those.
Leonard said, Ocean Ray said, didn't think he justified his place yet. Stick with what beat Liverpool and Spurs. Andy, I got a job in Chester. I'm moving your way. Oh, God. Andy's on his way. Good luck, mate, with your new job. Lots of KDB agenda on. I don't think it should be an agenda. I just think he had a poor game today. Inferiority complex. Grassroots.
Fair enough.
I can only imagine that being about somebody else because you can't so really be talking about Man City. Tom says one thing we can all agree is that Sergio is off in the summer. No doubt about it. That's he's been forgotten about. I think he might be being saved, mate, rather than that one game means he's off. I think he could be running out of petrol. Chris? Have you chainsawed mostly? A lot of people. Good man. It's fine. We aren't going to win all the games we play. We hope we take it well. Absolutely. Of course we will. Big jump there. Lana said, every time I hear KDB being interviewed, even last time on City official site, all he talks tired legs. He just had a month off. Well, he's had a month off injured. I don't think he's been off. I think he's been recuperating, and that means a lot of hours in the gym and on the pitch. And I'm sure it's not just been
running miles and etc.
The only good thing about today is to see Liverpool lose.
Cheery as always, Stephen. Cheery as always, mate.
Yeah, but I'll agree. I'll agree with you. I'll agree with you.
Definitely, mate.
Stephen. I don't think we can take much out of that game. Trafford is a place we don't talk about. Sorry, but Manchester is and always will be red. Another one who does have no idea. Clearly not from Manchester. If you were from Manchester, you'd know your geographical locations, mate. And Trafford is not in Manchester. It's in Greater Manchester. But anyway, mind the gap, Miles. Victor Deribble, whatever. We need a striker. Gabby is passive and isn't good enough. Remember, this Man City only have 2 strikers in the starting squad. Go over to the poll community chat. You can have your vote on what do we need. Manchester is 11 points ahead of Salford is red. Yeah, spot on. Anthony Wall says shocking Pep to flat track bully. No passion at all. Wrong team to start with. No pace in midfield and Mahrez is sterling shit. Flat trap bully. How many trophies are you going to win, Anthony Wall, this season? Warren Smith says Aguero's potential last Manchester derby at the club and not even 10 minutes on the pitch, even at 2-0 down. He would have buried Sterling and Foden's chances. Yeah, possibly, mate. But then we did see Aguero come on start the other day, and he was pretty poor.
He did nothing.
He did nothing. But that's not to say Sergio. We're not degrading Sergio on that one, mate. Sergio is.
We might get another chance, mate. We might get.
I think he'll start midweek.
Same.
I think he'll play against
Southampton. Yeah,
I do. Stephen Dempsey, European Conference is the best competition. That's where we want to be. We chose to lose to Fulham to stay. So.
They want to be the inaugural winners, don't they?
They do. Sergio Aguero's finished by. I don't know whether it's by somebody else or whether that's bye-bye.
Yeah.
We can dissect the team all day long. Bottom line, bad day at the office. Kurt, can you just take this for just 2 minutes and just going to listen to?
No worries, mate. Yeah, no worries. And it was Scott Williams' comment, bad day at the office, where we're at. Bottom line is they're bad at the office, always sky blue. The result will be a good thing going forward. Don't want the squad on holiday whilst we go for all four. Exactly, Scott, mate. These type of games are warning signs, right? We've not been knocked out of any competition tonight. We've not been particularly harmed in our march for the title tonight. All that we've done is lost to our rivals, which isn't nice. We don't like losing to them. But the reality is, we've still got so much to fight for and so much to be proud of for what our boys have done this season. Jacket Man saying Sergio is shaking off his cotton wool. He'll be back stronger than Schwarzenegger. Hopefully, mate. Hopefully he'll be there when we need him in the big games at the back end. I would personally, I wouldn't extend KDB's contract. I don't think he's got the stamina. I disagree with you there, Leonard, mate. It'd be madness not to give him a new contract, in my opinion. Ash. I don't know what that's in reference to, mate. Carl saying the league hasn't been won yet. The team blew a big chance today, so disappointed. The league isn't won yet, but we're in such a good position, Carl. We did blow a big chance, but we're going to lose. We were going to lose at some point, and I'd rather it be in the league where we're not going to be knocked out of a competition than in the cups. Manchester won the first FA Cup in 1904 and last trophy in 2020. Fair enough. Pep doesn't trust Kun Simple, but maybe we'll start against Southampton. Hopefully he does it right. Hopefully he does, mate. Oil in the mud. Yeah, we like our oil, mate. We like our taps on full, mate. That's how we like our taps. How many more games do we need to win the league? I don't know, mate. I haven't looked at the maths yet, to be honest with you. We've still got 10 games to go, right? So 30 points to play for. Don Revie and Sir Matt Busby played for Manchester City. As Aguero isn't the solution either. We should have went with Gundogan as a false nine, playing Foden on the left, resting De Bruyne and playing Bernardo. Those two strikers we have are now plain useless. Interesting. I don't agree with sticking Gundogan as a false nine, but fair enough, mate. Section saying, do you think United fans just had to go just got into the first place of the league? You're 11 points young. You won a derby and lost the war. Exactly like I said, mate. They won the battle but lost the war, innit? I hope Aguero fires us up to win the Champions League, sails off into the sunny fairy tale ending. I will tattoo his face on my arse cheeks if he does. Oh dear. And Shankly and John Waters. Kurt. All his recent interviews are about tired legs, mate. Fair enough. I know he's been talking about that for a wee while. Frank saying, hits hard as always. However, this may be a blessing in disguise. We have taken 11 points clear with 30 to play for all day long. We most certainly would. No, I don't think anyone thought anyone was going to be clear this season. I think a lot of people thought it was probably going to be a very tight league this year, given the circumstances of what's going on. But our ability to have create the gap that we've already got with 10 points left to play is just amazing. Simon's saying it's 7 more games we need to win. So there's for the person who was asking.
I just listened to Pep's interview there.
What did he say?
Made a few notes, and he said basically the first 10 minutes I thought we were poor. Obviously, the penalty occurred in that. He said, but we after we went a goal behind, he thought that we started to control the game, played really well. Up front, he thought we were wasteful. Said, look, the news now is going to be we lost. That's the end of the run. But you have to remember, we won 21 games on the run, which is in a row, and which is phenomenal. He said that sometimes these things happen. It happened after Leicester when we got beat 5-2. We made mistakes, but we came back, and that's what's going to happen. He said there was chances today, Rodri hitting the bar, but there's still 30 points to play for. And yeah, he said, I'm okay about it. It's one of those games. And today, he thought that we played our usual self overall, but we just weren't clinical enough up front.
So what's Pep doing listening to Man City Fan TV in between his post game and getting? What's he doing that for? Pretty much exactly what we're saying for the most part. Pretty much. Yeah. We had chances, we didn't take them. There's Like people are like, when people go and watch, I don't know how many people go back and watch the game, but when anyone watches any extended highlights or whatever, just count how many actual decent opportunities we had. Lots.
Yeah.
We did in the back of the net tonight. It's one of those.
Yeah, we were poor. We were poor around the box in the first half. Our passing in the first half, in particular, around the box was poor. The final ball was Cancelo, KDB, Gundogan. I mean, Sterling. Maybe not Sterling in the first half, but Sterling was certainly culpable in the second half for missing a couple of good chances. Mahrez missed chances. Gundogan missed chances. Gabby missed chances. Sterling missed 2 very good chances. It was just one of those games at the end of the day. But anyway, listen, guys, we're going to wrap it up there. This is Andy from Man City Fan TV. And Kurt, I want to say a massive thank you for coming on, buddy, doing the halftime vlog and all your contributions as usual to it. But it is what it is. City got beat. That 20 potential 22 game winning streak is over. And that's one thing off now. We can just focus back onto everything else that we're in. We are still 11, don't forget, 11 points clear of United. 11 points clear. And there's still, as Pep said, 30 points to play for. How many can we win this Premier League by? Can United continue a run? Can they stay in the top 4? Maybe they will. But we've still got a game coming up, which Pep said we'll focus on the next game. It's as simple as that. And that is Southampton. We're still in the final of the Carabao Cup. We're still in the next round of the FA Cup. And we've still got Mönchengladbach to come a week on Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? I think we play Wednesday this time. So, listen, it's all
Tuesday.
Oh, Tuesday, is it? It's all good. It's a derby. We got beat. There's bragging rights. That's it. But the bigger picture is we're having a phenomenal season so far, as usual. And listen, if you gave me in November, being the 7th of March, City would be 11 points clear of United come March, 7th of March. In November, when we were down in, 11th, 12th, I would have gone
all day long.
Take that all day long. So listen, don't be too downhearted about today's defeat. And United obviously have won today, and they'll get the bragging rights for a week or two. But at the end of the day, we're City fans, and we've been in far worse situations than this. And if we're moaning now, being 11 points clear in the Premier League on the 7th of March, God, come on, get your heads together. But anyway, take care. Thank you, Kurt.
No problem, mate. It's an absolute pleasure. It's nice to chat with the City fans. Like you said, bit disappointed, but we march on, mate. We march on.
Absolutely. But anyway, this is Andy from Man City Fan TV. Thank you, everyone, for all your comments. Really do appreciate it. Don't forget, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell icon. That way you'll be notified. We'll probably come back tomorrow and do a post-match when we've had a bit of time to sort of reflect on the game, maybe watch the highlights or the full game back again. Because, sometimes even City fans can be a bit reactionary, and maybe we can take a bit of stock on it, realise where we are and what an amazing run we've been on of late. And I really did think it was going to continue all the way through to 28, 29 games, if I'm honest. But it is what it is. We have to take it on the chin. But we take it on the chin, 11 points clear. But take care, and as usual, we will see you soon.